Hello? Hello! Hey everybody, happy Monday and welcome back to the 7 Wonders of the World. Yeah, right. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator and welcome to YouTube, man. The tube of you and I and them and us. So, how was your weekend? How did everything go? Wasn't it kind of busy and stuff? Lots of flying, man. It was amazing. Well, here we are. Welcome to Peru. Peru, yes. This magnificent country. The scenery here is just, it's unbelievable. So tonight's plan, a confusing sort of a plan. We're going to be starting off here at a place called Captain Alvarino Airport, which is Sierra Papa Romeo Mike. From here, it's down to, which can get confusing, because in Microsoft Flight Sim, it's called San Francisco. San Francisco, but it's not. It's actually called, are you ready? Palmapampa. Yes, Palmapampa Airport. Sierra Papa Echo. It might be hard to find, but we'll give it a now look on the map. Then, friends, we're going to be checking out the incredible Machu Picchu. Right? And from there, now, here's a caveat, right? With the custom scenery that we have, and we're using custom scenery by MSFSItalia, and it's kind of used by, do you know what I mean, open source kind of Google imagery and all sorts of sciences. Like, you know, it looks really nice. And, well, there is a helipad and a bit of a landing strip there. Let's see what happens there, shall we? And then finally we'll head down to Yauri Airport. That's the one. Yes, I can pronounce it. Sierra Papa India Yankee. So for those of us who are like goats or alpacas looking at thunder, will the button work? Sure, look, there's only a button. That's kind of what the route, that's how you say it, that's what the route looks like. So we're kind of going down the way, across the way, and further on down the way again. Looks very, you know what I mean? It's sophisticated. Machu Picchu. Really? Sorry, airlock. Matthew. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be a mountain. Machu Picchu. But yes. Be Janie Mac. There's the bot. He's arrived in style. So, if you guys want to find out what scenery this is, it's freeware. It's over on flightsim.to. If you put in exclamation point scenery, it should be loaded in. Many thanks to Gibbo Ireland for putting the whole thing together, man. So, that is the plan. It is a night full of flying. This is number 6 of 7. What? We're 6 weeks into this adventure. Machu Picchu. Gesundheit. Did you see what I did? Are there any full stops? Oh wait, that's about the... See, I know what happened. I was just late to the conversation. So, as I said, well, episode 6. We're 6 weeks at this, guys. And, well, next week, our final episode of this series, and we will be checking out the handcrafted, custom-made by the one and only Jeppesen 2001. We're going to visit the Great Wall of China. Hey, Captain Spitfire's here. Welcome aboard, my dude. So, yes, it's going to be a busy night. And the aircraft I've gone with, right? I need to see the state of this. Oh, hang on, I need to do a thing. The only way to do a thing is to do it. Where's the button? Hang on. There be buttons. There we go. Okay. So we're on the ground, y'all. If we zoom in, we're kind of over here in the corner a bit. It's totally fine. Oh, look, here it is. So that's weird, right? The airport on the map is here, but the little drop-down thingamajiggy is over there. That's not confusing at all. It's totally fine, right? Totally fine. So we're going to press one of these. Yes. And then we're going to press one of these. Ooh. Diamond. DA. We're the Diamond DA 62. Now, I wouldn't be very proficient in this machine at all. I do like it. I remember flying this at length back in the world of X-Plane 11 when Aerobasque brought out their rendition of it, and it was absolutely fantastic. But I haven't spent an awful lot of time in this in Microsoft Flight Sim. I don't know why, because it's a beautiful aircraft. The last time I think we flew in this machine, we were storm hunting. Was it Storm Eileen? Come on, Eileen. Or maybe it was Ellen. She was related to Eileen or Ellen. Ellen of Eileen. Yes, it was a French name. But yeah, that was the last time I think I flew this. Already there's a person. That's a rookie mistake. I hate to see it. No one saw it. Just disappear there into like mid-airness and it'll be absolutely fine. So, how are yous all doing? Did yous all have a lovely weekend? What did we do? Well, Friday we started off the Gigna flight. Then we did the Xbox group flight. A bush flight, as it were. That was a lot of fun. Idaho and Montana. Then on Saturday, Alison Johnson took over. Fantastic flying. And then Colonel Fork was flying, which was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So, by the way, fingers crossed, my dude. You know what it is. But yeah. And a little bit earlier today, that was always fun. God bless your cotton socks, because no one else will. What was I going to say to you? Oh yeah, I was watching Jay Winokur earlier on playing a video game. A military sim, as it were. It looked fantastic. I think it's called Hell Let Loose. It's really good. Looks amazing. So yes, where am I at? I'm in a hoop today. I got delayed on my way home of a traffic jam that I sat in for half an hour, stuck on the motorway. I was happy about things for a while. Anyway, look how fancy this thing is. And you know what I like about the diamonds, right? They come with a parachute. I'm not sure if this one does, but the other ones do. That's kind of handy when you have pilots like Murphy. You know what I mean? If we're going to break things. But yes, into the chat we go. Time to say hello and thank you to some people who's made the effort to show up here this Monday. So who have we got? Captain Sickbag is here, says, evening Murph and everyone, enjoy the flight tonight. I'll be thinking of it while I sip a few beers in the local bar. One, please. Captain Sickbag, good to see you. Colin F is here, he says, good evening from a newbie. How do you join the flight, Murph? If you put in... Oh no, you can't, we're on YouTube. Just have a look at the YouTube channel. We have some tutorial videos on how to set up multiplayer. So you just got to make sure you're on all players. You're on the North Europe server. And what was the other thing? All players, North Europe server. And make sure your multiplayer is turned on. 1 second here. I want to do a thing. Hang on a second. This is important. Clearly someone has, you know what I mean? Hey, Yellow Shelf! Look how awesome you look! Wow, man! But you know what the real skill is, right? I'll let you in on a secret. The real skill is, if you can do all that sort of cool flying, no one can see you, but you know you're doing it anyway. Right? Do you know what I mean? That's like Jedi stuff, man. But anyway, turn these off again. Was I telling you I got stuck in a traffic jam today? Wasn't terribly happy about life. But I'm okay now, lads. We've made it back. All is well. But yes, Airwolf has rumbled in. Good to see you. Chits4 is here. Hello. Dougal McTavish rumbles in. Happy Monday to you, Dougal. Hope all is well. George Lynch is here. How are you, George? It is a group flight, my friend. We are live on the North Europe server. Samson Video has joined the flight crew. Many thanks, my dude. Welcome back on board. We kept your seat warm. Gabriel Dillon's in the house. He says, I might remove the chocks tonight. Oh, behave, baby. Good to see you. Now, where are we at? We're over here somewhere. Yes, Gordon. Gordon's in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Aviator Geek has rumbled in. The designated flight examiner in the house. Flight examiner, he says. Examiner. We'll think of something. We'll find tasks for you to do. But it's good to see you. Waylon Tutani has rumbled in. Happy Monday to you, my dude. Captain Spitfire is here. Hello. Who else? Hey, Captain Spitfire, are you doing the thing with the other thing? And if you are doing the thing with the other thing, you and I need to do the thing with the other thing to make sure it works in the other thing. That should make total sense to you by now. This is not our first rodeo. Soaring AJ is here. Good to see you, my dude. Happy Monday. Hey, Colonel Fork is here. Is this DCS? What? I don't know what to do. But yes. Robin Vercullier is in the house, waiting at Captain Alvarino. Nice. The chas man has rumbled in. He says, it's like breaking news when Murph goes live. You stay classy, San Diego. But yeah, kind of is. Renault Snake is here. Good to see you. Hope all is well, Steph. Now, Captain Spitfire says, well, that was stupid. I forgot to do the rudder takeoff. I did not like that. Uh-oh. Dougal says, so, are we ready for today's shenanigans, boys and girls? Shenanigans! I call shenanigans! There will be shenanigans of some... there will be. There just is. Do you know what I mean? But yes, Gibbo Ireland is in the chat. Good to see you, Gibbo. Hope all is well, my dude. Welcome on in. Naughty Gnome is here. Hey, man. What's happening, dude? Viper Strike has rumbled in. Good to see you, Viper. Hope all is well. I caught a bit of your stream on Sunday. Play ball! Awesome, dude. Cooler Ocean has rumbled in. Good to see you too, my dude. Squawk Torque is here. Uh-oh. Wonderful. Last minute CTT. Who did I see in the chat on Discord? Who was the poor devil? Was it Naughty? No, it was someone. Like a 2 or 3 hour flight. Flawless. The sim ran so well. And then like 30 seconds on a short final, the sim just went, no, you're not going to have fun tonight. I'm just going to go back to your desktop and say nothing. Who did that happen to? I hate when that happens. I won't say I see it all the time. I see it sometimes. It happens to me. But yes, I was flying a Gigna on Saturday night. Ooh, in British Airway colours. I was Speedbird. Something. Interesting. I flew through the mad weather that you weren't supposed to fly through. And that weather came to Ireland today. I drove home in it. It was at one stage, it was raining upwards. It was raining upwards at one stage. It was just lashing it down. Alison Johnson is here. Good to see you, Alison. Hope all is well. Happy Monday. Technical rumbles in. Good to see you, my dude. Count Zeppelin is here. Hello. Who else? Phil Boardman. Happy Monday. Now, yeah, the bot. The bots are in cahoots. My bot and Alison's bot. We reckon it was like that scene out of Thelma and Louise. They're in the car and they drove off the... Anyway, that's where they're gone. Vinny D Gamer's here. Good to see you. Jepson 2001. The man, the myth, the legend. He says, hello, happy Monday. Jepson, it is good to see you, my dude. Flying Moore is in the house. Eamon 1973 rambles in. Airwolf says, happy Monday to you. Airlock Doc is here. He says, ahoy, Captain Wiggins. Chat, cheers to all. Wish I could join, but alas, 'twas not to be. Well, I hope you are keeping well, Airlock Doc. I enjoyed your stream the other day. Which was quite nice. And, yeah, GOD is here. Evening. Good to see it. Gibbo Ireland says, you just can't find the good bots these days. A good bot is hard to find. Who sang that song? Something is hard to find. A good bot these days are hard to find. A good bot. Yeah. Oh, I got a DMC claim. Not a strike, a claim. After I did the... No one would have believed. That segment. Come on, YouTube, really? Someone in Sony or some computer in Sony said, that sounds like your man. Haven't they little to be doing? Lockheed 71 Blackbird is in the house. Good to see you. Shuffle Shoes John shuffles in. Good to see you, John. Happy Monday. Curious B. Good to see you. Happy Monday to you, my dude. Yes, Gary JF rumbles in. Good to see you. Kevin Riley is here. Hello. Mal Walsh is in the house. How are you, Mal? Now, where are we at? Abo92, good to see you. Twisted Rotor is here. Hello. Catbat9 and Catbat Cat. How are you, Catbat? Catbat has resumed his specific kind of a travelling thing. I saw the pictures on Discord, my dude. Looked amazing. Sydney O. He says, hi all from Cape Town. Good to see you, Brew. Hope all is well. Many thanks for joining us this evening. Amos says, just downloading the Great Wall of China, thanks to Jepson. Yes, so next week... What the deuce? There's smoke, I say. What the deuce? Oh, yeah. Have I the other thing installed? Shh, quiet, Murph, you're giving too much away. If I do this, and it means... And blink, it means there's trouble ahead. Yeah, so Jepson has made his fantastic Great Wall of China scenery available for free. And, well, we need to upload it to our spot and then direct it to the other spot. Do you know what I mean? But I think that'll be done fairly soon. Now, where are we at? Tarbridge Knight is here. It's good to see you, my dude. Hope all is well. Robin says, how are you, Murph? After a year waiting, I finally here. Nice one. Are you flying now? Do you have the Xbox? Jam Fjord is here. He says, hello, Murph and Fireflies. Happy to be joining you all on the virtual air tonight for the first time in a long time. It is! Jam Fjord, it's great to see you. The skies weren't the same without you, dude. They just, do you know what I mean? There was something missing. But yes. Oh, look, there's Streamlabs now. Sure, look, you're only 20 minutes late. Come on in, you're grand. Everything's fine. Dennis GD is in the house. Dennis G, it's good to see you. What airport and what planes? Ooh, Simon Taylor rambles in. Good to see you, my dude. Hope all is well. It's kind of busy, lads. Just when CTD, firing it back up now. Machu Picchu, Gesundheit. Simon Murray's in the house. Good to see you. Then Captain Spitfire has joined the flight crew. Many, many thanks, my dude. I'm so far behind the chat. Franco for Flying is here. Messiah Pirluit. Happy Monday. Hope all is well. If I missed anyone, you just need to shout. Sean Dwyer's, he's here and he says, Mr. Murphy, how is she cutting? She's cutting well, lad. She's cutting well. It's good to see you. Hope all is well with you, my dude. Who be this? Rickages. Rick, it's good to see you. Welcome on in. Hey, Two Cats is here as well. Good to see you, my dude. Hope all is well. Oh yeah, Two Cats is streaming as well. Having the crack he was. Having the crack. Count Zeppelin says, it is lovely to fly. The GA62, absolutely. Alison said yes, it was Eileen. Yes. What weather preset are you using today? Big and bold. Big and bold as part of the SoFly weather preset Pro. If you don't have it, few clouds will do. It's pretty much kind of the same. Dougal says, I love the DA62, but it sounds like a couple of lawnmowers. Uh-oh. Colonel Fork says, are you using the DA62 mod from Mr. Tommy? I was going to. And then I said, no, I won't. Because it probably makes the aircraft a little bit more than I'm used to handling. And I should have, but I didn't. I could have, but I didn't. But I will. Especially if I enjoy flying this tonight, I'll definitely do it. It was a stream I first watched of yours, Murph, says Alison. Was it really? Storm chasing? That was a bit of an anticlimax, really, considering the first stream you ever watched, I was chasing storms, and I haven't chased a storm since. I can imagine the first day, perhaps you're saying, who's this fella? He's very kind of animated. Or maybe it wasn't back then. It was early days. I was wearing do you remember them orange tinted glasses? You know, them type? God almighty. And I imagine everything would have been a bit more kind of, hello and welcome and I'm going to fly now. But I haven't done any storm chasing since. We need to do more of that. I'll do more. Let's find some storms. There's a storm coming. What was that movie? There's a storm coming. The Stand. Yes, The Stand. Fizbin is here. It's good to see you. My favourite place. George says, does this work on Xbox? Well, Machu Picchu scenery won't. Now, there is a bit of scenery up there. You'll see it on satellite imagery. But we're using some custom stuff today, which is free. But you can still come flying with us. It's all kind of cross-platformy kind of thing. Vinny the Gamer says, I hated my weekend. Oh. Phil Barton's like, these always won. Oh no, these always won. Yeah, there's always one. Absolutely. Squatter says, you know, Sim Update 5 added an extra livery for each plane. The absolute state of the livery they made for the 62. Oh yeah, there was kind of a cool one. Jay Winnicker's in the chat. Good to see him, dude. Hope all is well. God almighty, am I that far behind? I need to start catching up to things. Murph, you're very slow reading the thing. Let's see. Hang on. I'll find it eventually. Grafton 11 is here. Good to see you. Hope all is well. Hell Let Loose is glorious. I played the other one, post-scriptum. I didn't play Hell Let Loose. I might give it a shot. Hey, Annalisa is here. Hello, Murph and Fireflies. How are we all this Monday evening? BooTube. The simulated horror. Annalisa, it's great to see you. Happy Monday to you. Julian rambles in. He wants to be a helicopter as well. Sure, look, there's always one. Muse Fan is in the house. Good to see you. Coco Flanell. Aloha. Did your facial hair get the latest hotfix? Did you notice that? Do you know what it did? Because I'm an idiot. I went about trying to tidy it up a bit. What day was it? Yesterday morning. Sunday morning. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing Lord that there was no smell of chicken. I would nope anyway to do the bit of trimmage. Do you know what I mean? And whatever move I made, where the moustache used to be, I went in good and hard at it. And I left a gap in the middle part. So it was hairy here and hairy there, but there was nothing in the middle. It was like, the complete opposite of what, well, the other fella had. You know your man, Charlie Chaplin, that's the fella. Do you see what I did there? But yes, and I was like, oh, we can't have that. So I had to kind of do the, and then the, can't even whistle now. If I had a beard and mustache, I would have been able to whistle. Terrible sad. But yes, Noel K is here. Good to see you, my dude. Hope all is well. But yes, Piglets Bank. Hey, good to see you. Now, See you later's here. See you later. Good to see you, my dude. Murph, just have to dust off my wings. It's been a while since Gabriel Dillon. That's okay. Well, we're in it together, man. Aaron Colopy is here. Good to see you, my dude. Happy Monday. Scott Foyt, he rambled in. He says, I am so confused. Welcome, then. Everything is in order. If you're totally confused, we're doing something right. Martel is in the house. Good to see you. Captain Spitfire says, yes, we can do the thing. Let me know. I just need to install the latest and we're good to go. See? That's how he communicates, Captain Spitfire. Do you know what I mean? George Lynch, how do I set up this and get into the flight? Ooh, if you go on to, Gibbo put up a link there, how to multiplayer. Kendra is here. Kendra, me elf-flower. Kendra sent me a something. Hang on. Don't drop it, bro. It'll live here for a couple of days until I open it. Kendra sent me something. Local something. Ooh, distilled in Hamburg. Dry gin. Do you know what I mean? You know the way some people like put a candle in the window and they light it? Could be for religious benefits. It could be for like spiritual benefits. Well, I put bottles of gin. Do you know what I mean? Kendra, very, very kind of you. Thank you so very much indeed. And, well, the bottle will stay there. I can't say for certain if it's going to be full. Because, well, if it's anything like the last one, it tastes like more. But thank you so very, very much indeed. And I hope all is well. Sean has said, buzzing for the flight today. Yeah, I'm going to get going now. I'm delaying us intentionally for no other reason that, well, I want to read the chat. Technical says, hello, happy Monday. Hello, happy Monday to you. Hope all is well. But yes, now where are we at? Fergal Sharky. Who? Who's Fergal Sharky? Lenny Kravitz. Oh, that was yes, they sang the song. Hey, Wombat49 is here. G'day, Murphy says, Wombat, good to see you, my dude. Welcome on in. Randy Hurst is here. Good to see you. Chlind H1, hello. CP is here as well. Good to see you. Now, let's see. Yes. Noel K. A good bot is hard to find. Yes, that's the one, yes. We got there in the end, lads. Robin says, yes, got an Xbox since launch, hoping for flight sim. Ooh, is the time, or now is the time. Nice. Keith the Farrell says, hi, Murph and Mr. Two-Tone. I like all the avionics layout in the plane. Yeah, so it's rocking the Garmin, what's the new one? It's the G1000, but isn't it like the NX something or other? Anyway, we'll turn on the electronic master. Yes, we can see things here on the screens. All is looking well. Now, even though the screens came on, we don't have our avionics on, which is, okay. Now, coming down here, we need to check out what the fuel situation is. So, fuel shut-off valves, we'll open them and close the gates. And, well, we can just turn them on for the minute. Yes, parking brake is on. These are our throttles. Then we have parking brake, we have our cabin heat, and then we have our defroster. Don't need to worry about that, dude, at the minute. Now, we do need some lightage. Lights! Where are the lights on this? They're up here, look. So we'll put on our position and strobe lights. We have lightage in the DA62-age. There's so many planes here. This is ridiculous. Now, I do know in the real aircraft, you can mess around with your ECU units. Where basically the engine will do... it's almost like your kind of run-up. You know, it'll increase the speed. I think it tests the governor as well. But yeah, alas, I don't think we can do it on this. Jepson says, the Great Wall of Scenery is linked to your downloads page. Sure, Gibbo's already miles ahead of us. Excellent. So, if you want to get the incredible scenery from Jepson, go on to twotonemurphy.com/downloads. Then that'll bring you to a place and where you can get it from the place. But just go via our front door, if you know what I mean. But yes. Bad Dog is in the house. Hello, he says. Happy Monday. Bad Dog, it's good to see you. He's a great dog, really great dog. Hope all is well, my dude. Robert Bratt is here. Planes popping in and out just like Christmas. It's not fixed. I was practicing with some of the Thunderflies on Saturday, I think it was, in some Spitfires. And yes, unfortunately, the issue is not fixed. But we'll get there. Muse fan, did you see him? He did the other video thingy of the music thingy. I tried to play it on the spoons. The strings on the spoons are a little bit different. I know, he was teaching me how to play some of it on the guitar. On an acoustic guitar. Thinking of doing like an unplugged kind of a thing. Isn't that how you play guitar? You have to rock yourself forwards and backwards and it's all... No, that's kind of like a banjo. Maybe you could do it on a banjo. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Hey, Waltons is here. Good to see you, Waltons. Welcome on in, my dude. Are we nearly there through the chat? I'm taking for ages. And you're probably saying, oh, Murph, will you come on? Tritz said, Murph, I said hello earlier. You missed me. I said hello to you earlier on, Tritz. Replay the video, you'll hear it. But if I didn't, you know. Now to take my hands out with my face. Well, hello. I hope you're keeping well. Now, who else? Ant is here. Good to see you. Inverse Galaxy rambles in. Hello. Now, Like to Program is here. How's it going, Les? Hope all is well. I liked your video, your most recent video on YouTube, Like to Program. The similarities of when you start the sim thinking you're on Ultra, only to realise you're not on Ultra. Interesting. But yeah, thanks for sharing the video, dude. Awesome. John Webster is here. Good to see you, my dude. Happy Monday. Now, are we nearly there? Super Typhon, how are you? Hope you're keeping well, my dude. Welcome on in. Kendra says, you are very welcome and please let me know how it tastes. I have no idea. That I shall. That I shall. Thank you so very much indeed. Now, where are we at? Where are we at? We're down here somewhere. If I forgot anyone, just start shouting at me. Just like, Murph, come on. You should try the 4-string spoon. It's easier to learn. That's what I did wrong. That's what I did wrong. Now, Phil Borden is getting tired. Sorry, Phil. Right, come on, we're going to go now because Phil's going to be falling asleep, lads. Now, so we're in a state of the aircraft is powered up, right? So in order to start this machine, well, we need to do some stuff. Okay, zoom in here, go, alternators, turn them on. Now we've got to get the master switch on the right hand side and we're going to go fuel pumps on the right hand side in which we can hear them. Yes. And we're going to go for a start on the right. So we're going to say clear prop. She didn't fire. There she did. So good start on the right. Fuel pumps off, fuel pumps on the left, master switch on the left, go for start. Oh, Julia. It's alive. Thunderflies blowing smoke all over the place. That was a tad bit loud. So engines be running. These are fascinating engines. They're huge. And I think, are they diesel? Would I be right in saying these are diesel engines? They're incredible. They're beautiful. Just to look at. Do you know what I mean? Now, all is running well in here. We now shall turn off the fuel pump. Yes. Avionics Master is now on, so our radios are up and running. Now, so a couple of things we need to do. Map and HSI. Turn on the little map in here. Yes. Can you see that? You can. We'll go back here. I haven't used this avionics suite at all, so I need to work on it. PFD options, wind. Asher, give us some information there. Number 3, go. Altimeter units, standard barrow. That's okay. That's okay. DME don't need. Transponder. What's the code? 7000. Altitude reporting. I don't know. Timer reference and nearest airports. Don't need any of them for the moment. Mrs. Two-Tone is here. Good to see you. Those thunderflies are on fire, says Curious Bee. They just are, literally. Ah! Panic! Andreas Jensen's here. Good to see you, my dude. Not bigger than on the Seneca. Hey, Jojo1 is here. Good to see you. Do you have the NXI G1000? Yes, that's what they are. That's exactly what they are. Now, I don't think we need Peter Heats, but sure, look, we're not going to burn it out if we turn it on. So we'll just turn it on. Now, a couple of things we need to do, Murph, because there is an autopilot built into the aircraft. I just need to remember how to use it. Ah, here it is. There should be an autopilot built into the aircraft. Am I raving? Is there no autopilot? I would have sworn there was autopilot. Alternators are on, that's important. I could have sworn we had an autopilot. Hey, Mrs. Jojo is here as well. Asher, look, how are you keeping? I turn Pete O'Heat on, mainly because otherwise the caution annoys me. Yes. There is autopilot. Murph, hang on. What's that, Murph? Huh? What does it look like? Huh? That's an autopilot panel. Eh? God almighty. Wasn't that terrible sad altogether? Flight director on, please. Thank you. Yes, Murph's in Egypt. But sure, listen, we established that years ago. Do you know what I mean? We all knew he was some sort of an Egypt. Anyway, that's not important. What is important is time to go flying. We are 34 minutes past the hour. It's time to get going. So, we chat has disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. That's like ringing somewhere far away. Oh. Right screen, left hand pan. Yeah, we got it. What's this now? Do you need your eyes tested? Should have went to that place. Anyway, that's not important. What is important, guys, it's time to go flying. So, what we're going to do, all the lights are on. Bit of oomph there. Yes. And brakes coming off. Add a small bit of power, you know how it is. Now, what we want to do here, don't hit the building, that's going to be important. That's kind of loud. We're going to back taxi. Yeah, it's down to the left, lads. I think. Yeah. Down to the left we go. Follow me! Or don't follow me! Oh, look at your man in the C208. Very, very fancy. I'm on the Xbox. I'm on the Xbox, but I don't see Murph, and I'm on the North Europe server. Oh, you probably need to get fairly close because I suspect there are a lot of people with us, and like planes are still appearing and disappearing. It's like that Langoliers thing all over again. We should just call it the Langoliers, lads. The Langoliers, yes, the Langoliers. Now, where are we at, Murph? Hey, Keen Laffordram was in. Good to see you, Keen. A tasty beverage on a Monday night is oh so yes. So last night, right? Wait till I tell you this. I had Colonel Fork on in the background. But myself and the missus, we sat down to watch a movie. We had movie night last night. And now, for the younger ears, you know, you have to wait a while until you get to see this film. Like, don't worry, they're not. It's not going anywhere. It'll still be on the interwebs. But the movie was called The Zodiac, or just Zodiac, right? It's a crime, kind of a murder mystery, who did it kind of thing, right? And Jake Gyllenhaal is in it, and I like him. Do you know what I mean? He's a cool dude. And the other fella, you know, Tony Stark was in it. And Goose was in it. Your man who played Goose. Do you know what I mean? The cast straight away was just like, yes, we need to watch all these. Class film, 100%. And anyway, so Mrs. Two-Tone doesn't like the kind of scary movies, which is, you know what I mean, it's fair enough. And I was like, you'd be grand. Actually, I need to turn down the brightness on this, because this is very bright, isn't it? Now, I need to go to menu. So she wasn't too impressed. But I said, listen, it's absolutely fine, don't worry about it at all. And that was grand. How can we turn the lights down? Turn the lights down low. Bet it's over here. And anyway, what happened was, I said, listen, you've nothing to worry about at all. Everything is absolutely fine. You know, don't be silly. These movies aren't scary at all. It's just like, okay. So there was a scene in the thing where Jake Gyllenhaal decides to go down into the basement of this fella's house. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Except I remember saying, even to my wife at the time, I had said, darling, why is he going down into the basement? What possible good reason does the Egypt have of going down into the basement? Just run home. Do you know what I mean? Go have a Coke and a smile. Just don't go into the basement. He went into the basement. Anyway, watch the rest of the film. It was very, very good. We all enjoyed it. It was brilliant. Yada, yada, yada. And Mr. Two-Tone was like, you know, I need to read a book or something before I go to bed, because that'll just like, you know what I mean? It'll upset me. I was like, all right, okay, fair enough. So what only happened to Murph? This is the second time this has happened, right? I was like, there's nothing to be worried about at all. Don't be ridiculous. It's not even like that's scary. I had nightmares last night. I woke myself up and I was there walking into a stupid basement with your man. I was playing the part as Jake Gyllenhaal. I was walking down the steps, and in my dream, nightmare, I was saying to myself, why are you walking down here? And then in my dream, I had a sense of deja vu while I was dreaming. I was like, what is this? And I went down and I went, you know, I was chatting to your man and it was all tense and scary, and I was just like, it's raining outside and I need to go home, and I think there's someone else upstairs, and seemingly Mr. Two-Tone had a great sleep. Murph was in a hoop. Do you know what I mean? And it wasn't even scary. I was petrified in my sleep last night. So, had to get that off my chest. Power coming in. Do you ever feel like completely defenseless when you're not wearing your shoes? I was wearing No shoes. Even in the dream, I was walking in your man's basement with no shoes. I was barefoot. You can do nothing in your bare feet. Men will totally relate to this. They'll say, yeah, Murph, 100%. Totally get you, man. Totally get you. So, positive rate of climb indicating gear coming in, tapping the toe brakes. Flaps coming in as well. Climb. Like, if you have to do something manly, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but like, if you have to do anything physical, right, you need to have, like, footwear on. You can't do it in your bare feet. Like, you know what I mean? Go out and put out the bins. No. Or, you know, possibly there's an intruder in the house. You know, I can't do anything. I need my shoes on. Do you know, it's not just me. I was terrified. First thing I did this morning, I put back on my shoes. Before I even got into the shower, I just wanted to wear my shoes to go, that's better. All is safe in the realm. I'd have, do you know what I mean? Scott Briggs says, can't do a thing without me Doc Martens. They would have been handy in me dream last night. Oh yeah, good pair of Doc Martens. Any messing at all. Here, come here, you. It's very sad, but it's very real. Very, very real. Now, quick check on the situation. Fuel is in, yes. Power's in, yes, yes. RPMs are rental mode, but we're okay. Tell the truth now. Who checks when there's a noise during the night? Well, I only do that because, you know, you're closest to the door. I'm there at the window, you know, if anyone decides to come near the windows. And, like, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what time it's at. It doesn't matter what your age is. At night time, if you think you hear something, if you hold your breath and try and move your ear closer to, you know, the sky and maybe close one eye, you'll hear better. There has to be something primal in that. Do you ever notice that? At night time, you'd be like, shh, wait, I can hear something. Put on a serious face. Don't breathe, hold in your breath, and put your ear towards the sound. So, how was your Sunday evening? Oh, Julia. Right, well, we've taken off here nicely. We need to do a bit of climbing. So there's a bit of a ravine up here on the right-hand side, but we're not high enough yet. But we will start making our way to it. So we'll just start turning right and we'll come back on ourselves. That's the handiest. It's usually a cat or a squirrel. Ooh. Who was Hamilton giving you a lecture? Oh dear, Jam. Oh dear. I think Murph has gone mad. Happened years ago, Kane. Shoes keep you safe. You can't stamp on a spider with bare feet. Don't mention spiders. Don't mention the spiders. Left my PC on, straight out of bed, a noise downstairs. Ah, it's just the wind. Now, we're turning back towards the airport, but that's okay. Because we'll head down the valley. Oh. Look at the scenery already. Didn't I tell you it was going to be nice? Now, we'll watch our speed here. We don't need to bomb it along. Do you know, like, we're 150 knots. Let me know if you guys have kind of issue with that. Initial 6,000, well, I could say 6,000. There are parts of this now we have to climb up very, very high. But at the moment, we should be okay hovering around the 5,500 to 6,000 feet. For the moment. Now, let me see. If I go to heading mode, yes. And if I go to altitude mode, yes. And just ask the owl autopilot, hold us there, Bartholomew. Kendra says spiders in European ones are nice. No, sorry, can't help you there. Not a fan of them at all. They have a, they have a plan. World domination. Naughty Gnome's autopilot is trying to kill him. Uh-oh. Like the program says, for your information to the TBM pilots, Mugs has updated the TBM mod for Sim5 compatibility. Oh, nice. Spitfire RAF 100's in the house. Good to see you. Squawk Torque says 17,000 highest safe altitude for a couple of legs. Yeah, it'll get interesting now in a while. But at the moment, all is well. Now, why are we zoomed all the way in there? Zoom out here now, you devil. Oh, wait. I want to be north up. Map settings. Yes. Orientation. North up, man. Give me north up. Track up. That didn't work. Hang on. I want like north up, man. Map. Track up. No. Give me north up. Yeah. North up. There we go. Oh, Julia, we're doing stuff. Right, now, zoomage. There we go. Now we're... Do you know what I mean? Now things are happening. So we're going to tell autopilot, very nicely, follow the navigation mode, please. Go on. I shall turn us ever so slightly hard to the left. Hopefully not too much, because there's a lot of mountains. And I think we're looking okay. Whoa, speed is right down. Alright, increase it up there now. Fly-by-wire has been updated to 6.3, says Jojo. Oh, nice! I like spiders. I'm a leg man myself, Murph. I like spaders. Huh? Ah, Keen Arthur was here. Good to see you. But I can think of one manly thing without footwear. Huh? I don't know, I'd be terrified. We need to climb. Climb, you fool! So, altitude. Let's just go climbing. It's what we do. Vertical speed, up, up, and away. There we go. Bit of power, Murph. Yes, yes. James. James Spaders. Spaders or spiders? It's hard to know. Mr. Two-Tone. The amount of trees we shall see on this adventure is going to be off the hook. Do you know what I mean? Right, we're climbing kind of nicely. Let's see what happens here. So, what we're going to do, sports fans, at this stage, well, if you're flying along with us, if you're on Xbox, press 1, and if you're on the PC, press 2. Let us get a head count. Keen Lafford, are you ready? Hello, Fireflies. Welcome to the flying circus. Now, we need to check something before this can go horribly wrong. We're kind of alright. So, we live stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1900 Zulu time. Monday nights right here on YouTube, Wednesdays and Fridays over on Twitch. We have a website, you know. Head over to twotonemurphy.com. And we even have a Discord. That's where we hang about when we're not on the live streams. That mountain will not want to move, Murphy. What do we reckon, chat? Will we make it? It's kind of looking dodgy, isn't it? Holy moly, this is going to be close. 36 on PC, 6 on Xbox, plus a Murph. Nice. Murphy, take off autopilot and climb, you fool. There's nothing to see here, lads. Everything's grand. It's all part of the plan. Now, that's a decent climbing angle, but we just want to make sure we don't stall out. And we probably need to duck to the... I'm going to say to the left of this big hill here in front of us. What do you reckon? Yes, we'll follow Beyonce's advice. To the left. Uh-oh. Colonel Fork, do we have any white smoke? Is it good, bad, or indifferent? Are autopilots broken after Sim Update 5? Not all of them. I might make the mountain, but what's in the cloud? This is kind of dodge, but very, very beautiful. Absolutely stunning, in fact. Look at the state of the scenery, lads. Bit of nice kind of music here now. Indifferent? Not as confident after the last one. Well, fingers crossed, my dude. It ain't over till, you know, she starts singing. Catbat had to restart. Ooh. Bloody Gnome says I gave up with the autopilot. Hand flying for me. Ooh. What's the speed situation? 93 knots on... Well, we're doing okay. Look at the scenery, though. Man! Look at the state of that view. Isn't this incredible? We need to be going over this way. Dylan says, my graphic card doesn't do the scenery justice. Spectacular in your stream. Oh, many thanks. Look at this. So we'll go up to 13,000 feet initially. Hello, Spitfire. Look at the view. Is this amazing? Absolutely stunning stuff. Papa Pete is here. He says, hi, Murph from Fireflies. Was flying in VR on autopilot. I nodded off, smacked my chin on my yoke. Where am I? Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Been a long day, he says. I've been there. I fell asleep in my VR the other day. Mr. Two-Tone came in to say, are you alright? Scared the life out of me. Look at the state of this place. Isn't it absolutely incredible? Now, the mountains. They're not the sort of mountains you can kind of just say, oh no, they'd be grand, they'd be fine, like nothing to worry about. I'm constantly having to look at them. So we're going up to 15,000 for the minute, and we might have to keep climbing. But that's not important. What is important is, well, let's start talking about where we're going and where we came from. So we left SPRM, also known as Captain Alvarino Airport. It's an airport serving the city of San Ramon in the Junín region of Peru. The airport is in the valley of the... Thanks, Mrs. Two-Tone. Of the Chanchamayo River. There is distant mountains terrain in all quadrants and a hill immediately to the east. San Ramon is one of the main towns in the Chanchamayo Province and on the eastern slopes of the Andean Cordillera Oriental in Peru. So the Peruvian Andes. 14,500 cleared the mountain by around 50 feet. Ooh, nice. So where we're heading to next? Well, in the sim, it's down as San Francisco, but it's also known as Palmapampa Airport, which is an airport serving the town of Palmapampa in the Chucho. This is what happens, by the way, chat, when you ask your wife to watch a bit of a scary film and she doesn't want it, and this is how she gets her own back. She puts in very hard to pronounce names for the Murph. But that's quite okay. Thanks, Mr. Two-Tone, thanks. Kendra says, need to go, can't keep my eyes open, had a lot of work to do, and that took all me energy. Well, Kendra, many, many thanks for stopping by, and again, thank you so much for your wonderfully kind gift, and you take it easy out there. So, we need to do, like, evasive maneuvers. Evasive, rather. So we need to go a little bit to the right. Yes. And then we'll be going a little bit to the left. Look at the state of the scenery, though. Isn't it absolutely amazing? So we need to go a little bit this way now. Look at this. Like, we're so high up, it's not even funny, like. Do you know what I mean? You'd be on oxygen up here. Ayachucho is not hard to pronounce. Sure. Oh, look, there's a lake. Look at the state of that. Hang on, we have to fly over it. We can't come all this way and not fly over that little lake. Do you know what I mean? Look at the state of the scenery. This place is like... What? That is awesomely, awesomely cool. That's some tunage here, man. It looks so good, doesn't it? Ooh. Chief Sim Pilot's in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Welcome on in. 15,400 feet. Look at the state of the place. Like, we've flown in Bolivia. Do you know, we've flown quite a bit kind of down this neck of the woods. But I can't say we've kind of flown Peru. I once knew a fella from Peru. He made funny tea. Was he from? Yeah, he was Peru. I met him in Ireland. He used to go out with my sister. And, yeah. The main thing I remember about him, he made funny tea. Had like, kind of like, I don't know, grass and weeds into it. Very nice, I'm sure, but, you know, if he was having a cup of tea, it's like half the garden used to come out. Oh no, wait, that was chili! That was chili. Never mind. Quick, change the subject. Oh, Peru. Anyway, officially, the Republic of Peru is a country in the Western South America. Peru is the 19th largest country in the world and the 3rd largest in South America. There's all stuff happening. The earliest evidence of human presence in the Peruvian territory have been dated to approximately 12,500 BCE in the Huaca Prieta settlement. Peruvian territory was home to several ancient cultures, ranging from the Machupicchu civilization starting at some 3,500 BC, the oldest civilization in the Americas, and one of the 5 cradles of civilization, to the Inca Empire, the largest state in the pre-Columbian Americas. The territory now, including Peru, has one of the longest histories of civilization of any country, tracing its heritage back to the 10th millennia BC. What? The Spanish Empire conquered the region in the 16th century. Spanish, Quechua and Aymara are all official languages in Peru. Spanish is the most widely spoken of the three, with over 80% of Peruvians speaking this language. There are more than 33 million people currently living in Peru. Peru has the highest sand dune in the world. The Cerro Blanco sand dune is the highest in the world, towering over the Sechura Desert at 1,176 meters. What? Lake Titicaca is the world's highest lake, located between Bolivia and Peru. Lake Titicaca has an elevation of 3,800 meters above the sea. But that's not the only thing that makes this natural wonder stand out. In the 1970s, Jacques Cousteau, a French conservationist, found ruins of a city beneath the surface of Lake Titicaca. The deepest canyon in the world is in the Peru, the Cothauzi Canyon, which has a depth of 3,200 meters. Deep. What? Could you imagine the crazy things that live down there? To put that into perspective, that's twice the depth of the United States Grand Canyon. Peru has the world's largest bird, the Andean condor, a native to the Andes mountain range in Peru. It weighs 12 kilograms, stands 1.2 meters high, and has a wingspan of 4 meters long. That thing is massive. That'd steal people if it wanted to. Do you know what I mean? It would just kind of swoop down, grab a hold of you, and take you away. Anyway. Matthias Fritz is here. Good to see you. Carbureted engines like these weren't meant to be flying this high. They're absolutely fine, Kevin. We rang ahead. We said, Diamond, can they do it? And they said, it's Fader Lynn. And we said, right, grand. But you're probably right. Which plane has the tag VRGO? Virgo? Ooh. It's hard to know, guys. Hard to know. And we're doing all right. We're doing all right. We're making tracks. We're about halfway there to our first stop, and the scenery. I mean, you know what I mean. It's absolutely breathtaking. Except for that weird looking kind of a thing. But apart from that, it's breathtaking. Mr. Two-Tone doesn't take any prisoners when it comes to pronunciation. Good on you. Don't, what's the word? Encourage her. Gravel racing version of the VL3 that breaks physics. Ah. Murph, your graphics look amazing like real life. Are you using a 3080 or 90 graphics card? Does a good CPU really matter? Papa Pete. I'm using a 2080 Ti. I have an i9 processor, a 9900K. It's overclocked. It's running at about 5 gigahertz. My GPU usage at the moment is 83%. CPU is 30%. I have 64 gigabytes of RAM, and I'm getting 78 frames per second. I'm on ultra settings, but I'm not in 4K. It's all in 1080. And to be honest, if I was streaming in 4K, I'd probably get decent frames, but, you know, that's just kind of alarming, that lump of mountain. Well, let's pretend we don't see that. If I was streaming in 4K, I would benefit greatly from the 30 series cards, but because I use 1080, do you know what I mean? I don't need to. It'd be overkill. The 2080 Ti card is more than capable of pushing pretty much anything to the absolute maximum, provided you stay within the 1080. Hey, Kingsman is here. Good to see you. All the way from Liverpool, my dude. Now, it could be an elevation error, or it could actually exist. Who am I to question it, lads? Who am I to question it? Let's just say, do you remember the time we flew in Peru and we saw that weird looking thing? Anyway, that's not important. What is important? Engage the autopilot. It's a shark. Yes, it's a shark. We've been binge watching that last season that is available here. Has been fun. Hadn't seen it for years. What season? Who's been binge watching? What are you watching? Does anyone get the message about bandwidth not being good enough for photographic imagery? I'm on ultra settings and never had issues until the update, says the Chasman. You're getting a warning about not having enough bandwidth. Your internet speed could be very, very fast, but there is something potentially stopping your simulator from getting all that information. Turn off your antivirus and just see if that helps, or turn off a firewall. If that fixes the problem, you need to open up a port or a something. Something needs to happen. Alan is here. How are you? It's a Fergal Sharky. Ah, I see what you did. I see what you did. You used humour and comedy in a funny way. I've had you press the wrong button, Murph. That's opening something you didn't want to open. I hate when that happens. I would further your comment that I can get 60 FPS in 2K on Ultra for my 2080 Ti. Now with the sliders at 200. John, fantastic. Nice. Now, what was I opening? Oh yeah. Now let's see. Ah yes. Okay, so we'll follow on our little flight plan. As I said, we're more than halfway there now. Murph, is it me or is there something going on with the beardage? No, I made a hames of it and I trimmed it back a little bit. I don't know what I look like an idiot. It used to be grand, but I went about kind of just giving it the usual Sunday morning, tidy it up so you don't have hairs in your mouth, right? And whatever move I made with the small little razor fella, and you have to be careful with that one because like that takes. That, like, do you know what I mean? There's no backsies. There's no returns. It's happening, and that's it. And whatever I did, I went to kind of trim under the nose, that part, right? And it went in too close. Zoom. And I was left then with kind of a bald patch and then hair on these two sides right here, but nothing in the middle. So I said, I can't have that. I'd look odd. I'd look more odd than I already look. And you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being normal, and 10 being, look at the state of that. It was a 10. So yeah, I had to trim the whole thing back down. It's still there, but you can't see it because it's really, really bright. Let's try that again. You can't really see it because it's kind of bright blonde. You can see it in kind of places and stages. Do you know what I mean? Friday you'll see a bit more, and so on and so forth. Why do players keep disappearing on me? CP, I don't know. It's a huge error. It's a huge problem that we're having in the sim. It needs to be fixed because it's stopping progress. I'm not impressed. I like the beard. But so did I, but like, do you know what I mean? I would have looked weird, man. And what's kind of worrying is, you know, when we talk about bugs and issues that are coming in, the problem, the system that Asobo use and Microsoft use when you need to report a bug, it is very, very kind of a fair system. You got to vote on it, yeah? But the problem is, you're not going to get 1,000 votes to say, yeah, planes keep disappearing. So, like, how are you going to get the point across to say, listen, team, it's not a case that if you fly too close, planes disappear. That's the anti-collision matrix thingy working. It's not that at all. Yes, that's a thing, but, you know, we accept that. What's happening here is aircraft are just vanishing randomly, which doesn't make sense. So when it comes to the likes of, say, the Thunderflies, when they're flying information, well, they can't. And because the thing disappears. Now, in saying that, there are ways around it, as you'll see now in a moment. Because I'm sure H and the guys are somewhere in the proximity of the Murph. Let's hope. We'll look out our windows to see if we can see them. At the moment, wait for it. At the moment, I don't see them. But if they show up, you'll know what I'm talking about. The sim is getting close to perfect now. It is. It really is. Every time I pause the game and then come out of the pause, the plane nosedives. Oh, that can't be good. Is that with autopilot on, Capat? I've just seen a photograph of a man that has a proper beard. That is a proper beard. The force is strong in you, Scott. It's great having the clouds back to where you were. Absolutely. Murph, you're very hard on yourself. Honest, but hard. Sure, look it. It's all grand, lads. Look at the state of the scenery, though. Like, the sim is getting better. There is no two ways about it. The performance that the Sim Update 5 has brought to the table is just incredible. And yes, a couple of things kind of got, you know, caught in the drain water. But they've fixed the lighting and they fixed the clouds. And now it's just, what? It's stunning. But there's still a handful of other little tiny little things acting up a little bit. But we won't worry about them. Because what's going to happen now, lads, as we're all starting to get a little bit excited, we're going to do one of these, right? Yes, yes, yes. That looks kind of rosy and all nice. Very beautiful. Very calm. Very normal. But you see, as soon as that happens, we do one of these. Doesn't it just look absolutely incredible? Not as easy to follow them, mind you. So we have to work on kind of like plan B and plan C and all this kind of stuff when the servers act up. So they've been using JoinFS, and for the most part it works really well. But it can be a little bit difficult to follow them. Nice, guys. Really, really nice. Look at that. If you check out then the smoke when it's left behind, how it looks. Isn't that so cool looking? Look at that. Absolutely incredible. So yes. Oh, thank God we're still airborne. That could have been like any direction at all. But with JoinFS, there's a little bit of a challenge trying to follow the guys because it's hard to kind of gauge their speed, do you know? Hey, look at that. You can see the smoke from here. That's nuts. Nice. We don't seem to have anyone back in the Microsoft servers. Uh-oh. Now, the old time of day, Murph, it got kind of dark fairly quick. There you devil you. There we go. Let's see what we can see, sports fans. What weather are we on? This is like big and bold. Big and bold. So we're getting close-ish to our first stop of this evening. Now, the elevation here is only 2,340 feet, so we can start descending. Hey, look. There's a T-45. So we're going to start descending here. We're going to go all the way down to 5,000, and we're going to V-speed this one. And we're going to do descend mode. Bring our speed back a little bit. There we go. Now she's coming together. The thunderflies, they never ever cease to amaze me. Say, Captain Spitfire, maybe run it by Alex first, or Dan. You know yourself, just to be, do you know what I mean? Now that we're here, well, it's time to do one of these. Let us see some dance emotes into the chat for Annalisa. Now, Annalisa, you need to do some sort of a Peruvian maneuver here. No ordinary dancing. Annalisa jumps from the mountains, eating a handful of nuts and doing the marinara dance all the way down into the trees. There you go. See, she did something local to the place. That's odd. I wanted to descend and yet we stalled. Say autopilot. Yeah, it's Murph. How are you? What are you trying to do, man? Descend to 5,000 and yet we're climbing. Hey, pal. On now. On now out with that carton. Go out with that. That's called a descent. Do you know what I mean? Yes. It's all happening now. Now, the outspeed is going to go absolutely bananas here, but it's grand. We'll keep it like this for a minute. Now, we can hear jets and everything. Time of day, it's all wrong. Where were we? Something like that we were... something like that we're looking for. Yes. Your autopilot was off. Yeah, because it went into a stall and then it turned off the autopilot. Very strange. So, if you guys want to join in, we're live in the North Europe server. Come jump in. It's going to be fascinating. We're heading over to Machu Picchu, one of the 7 wonders of the world. Well, one of the modern ones. And we're using some custom-made scenery by MSFSItalia. The link is in, if you do, !, scenery. It'll bring you over to flightsim.to and where you can get it. Annalisa says, this plane reminds me of a fancy shoe. That should be the name of the stream. The fancy... Hey, Ricky Gallagher, welcome on in. The fancy shoe. Yes, yes, we'll call it that. We have the Annalisa chair. Look, this is where Annalisa sits. Now, let's see. Yes, yes, bags for snackage. Storage for snackage. Spooky Murph, you didn't go down that cellar, did you, last night? Listen. That stupid... It's a good film, right? It's a great film. And, it's very fast moving because like every second scene is like 1.5 weeks later, 1 3/4 years later, 6 months later. It's just like, hang on, wait, what year is it? Do you know what I mean? Like the director, hello? Wake up, man. You're confusing the audience. In particular, you're confusing Murph. And I can't really follow things that well. Look at the state of the... What happened? Stupid razor incident with my face, and I couldn't beardage it. That's gonna take another couple of weeks just to, do you know what I mean? Watch the movie 7. Detective! I love that film. That's a great film. That is a great film. I've watched so many movies now. Do you know, what did I watch? What was another one I watched? I watched American Gangster the other day. I've seen that loads of times. That's one of my all-time favorites. Ah, man. All right. It couldn't beardage Murph. It couldn't beardage it. It's terrible. I couldn't beardage it. I'm telling you, I should work for one of them, or I should be sponsored by like one of those hair loss people, Miracle Grow. No, I shouldn't. I should be working for the other lads. How to lose it, how to get rid of it. Yes. You don't need lasers or razors or anything. Very, very sad. Very sad. Now, the scenery is getting kind of nice here. As if it wasn't already nice, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just... Look at the state of it. Could you imagine visiting here? Like, what were the Inca people up to? Do you know what I mean? Let's wander out into the forests. Two-tone chia pet. Huh? Miracle Grow is for plants. Oh yeah. What's the one for... I know it's for plants, but you know what I mean. But what was the one that for, like, hair? Chia Pet. Is that like a brand as well? That has better coverage? Message sent awaiting reply regarding the thing. Yeah, I would imagine it best wait for another patch or 2. My wife looks... Oh no, my wife likes horror movies, says Eamon. Yet Lord of the Rings terrifies her. Oh. Rogaine? Wow, such a beautiful place. It is, it is. Ismar, good to see it. Hair growth gin. That's the one, Viper. Yes. Hair growth gin. That's a thing. Oh, look. There's a chopper. Get to the chopper. Demo Exnal. Huh? Waltons, I can't even pronounce that. But it sounds effective, though. Sounds very effective. Now, are we going to the right place? We are. We are. Look at this for just stunningness. Look at this. Following the river. Yes, yes. Now, the last airport we're going to, Yauri Airport. It's one of the highest altitude airports in the world. Oh, Chia Pet, the hedgehog thing. Thanks, lads. Yeah. I drank hair growth gin and had to do an afro surgically removed from my abdomen, says Keith. The Incas were hiding their gold from the Spanish up there, says Kevin. Ooh. Sure. That's okay, Captain Spitfire. And, do you know what, should be coming out? Coming out? Do you know what I might be able to show you this week? I'll give you a hint, right? Thunderflies! I feel the need for something that may or may not be on the stream on Wednesday. Just saying. Now, where are we at? We're getting close. We're getting very close. John Travolta 707. That's okay, Alison. You take care. Viper Strike says, hates to be on the Murph line. Could you imagine? Don't put ideas into his head. Tom Cruise. Yes, Scott. Tom Cruise is going to join us on the Murph line. He's going to sit here beside me in the broken chair. Tom, good to see you. Great to be here. You're looking well, in fairness, for a man of your age. Do you know what I mean? You're looking great, Tom. Thanks. Just shut your eyes and you're there. Do you know what I mean? If anyone knows Tom Cruise, tell him Murph is looking for him. Yeah, just to have a chat. Tom, come on in. Oh, look, that's the runway here, look. Is it? No, it's not. It's the next one. Look at the state of this one, though. It's on top of a mountain. Look at this. That could have been interesting. Do you know what I mean? Hey, Country Flyers here. Good to see you. Listen, we all know that Murph and Tom Cruise, we go way back. You know, like to the late 80s. We worked together on Top Gun. Yeah, we did. He was in Thunderflies. He was in it. I watched it. That's a working relationship. Now, we're going this way. That smoke effect from a distance, it's brilliant. Up close, yeah, it needs a bit of work. But it looks fantastic. Look at it. Look at the state of it. Only actor I know is the gent who played General Martog. Who was that? Nice Tech, you says, wow, there's a new aircraft on flights in Rutan model Boomerang. Ooh. You were a grand consultant. Yes. Spoken like a true fan stalker. No, it's okay. I told him it was fine. You know, he can follow me. He can ring whenever it suited him. I wouldn't class it as him stalking me. You know, it was okay. Like, runway we're going for. That's a very good question. Let me see. Runways 03 or 21. We're gonna go for runway 21, sports fans. Can't type tonight, apparently. I was going to say, Muse fan, what run what? Huh? But it's grand. Chat is disconnected. Come on, YouTube. Sort your issues, man. Look at this. Look at the scenery, though. We're just going to kind of circle around because I picked this one because of the challenge of the trees. 03. Okay. We'll go with 03. Wasn't Martog a Klingon? Oh yeah, DS9. Many thanks, Cesar. He does a great Mark Twain, really? Ah. Oh, I think I remember him. And we're going with runway 03, right? So power back. Landing gear. Some flaps. And we do one of these. Right? Face cam on for dramatic effect. So we want to watch our speed here. So we'll go with runway 3. Because it's more challenging. Especially on the departure. Because there'll be trees, man. Yes. Where? In the trees, Murph. Yes, we can hear the jets. This is a really kind of a strange and cool looking airport because it looks like it just goes straight into the village. Okay, we're a little bit high, but we're okay. We can correct all this now in a second. We hope. If we had a Syncray call out, it'd be screaming. So, runway 03, line up the approach, Murph. Now, hold the nose and ease into it. Not too hard. Too hard. Ooh. It's acceptable. So, flaps coming in. He ran in Congress in New York State. What? That's mad. So, got ourselves turned around here. Onto the grass we go. Oh, look at the amount of people coming in. This is so cool. Don't mind me. That wasn't a bad landing. It sounded worse than what it actually was. Now, traffic. Yes. Nameplates. Yes. Apply and save. Yes. Okay, one of these with one of them. This, with that. And there, with this and that. Kane Lafford. Oh, dear. Oh, God. And he's okay. There's Colonel Fork in the T-45. Here comes Manuel. There go the Thunderflies. Look at this big break they did. Amazing. So many people. Rebel Heart. We have Psy 120 soaring AJ, Rad Pilot Randy, Jam Fjord, Gordon 77. Colonel Fork is down. Viper Strike is down. There's Gibbo Ireland. Doing Yaki Boos on Betsy. General Lunatic. Hull up. Terrain. Here comes Bad Dog. Honey Badger. Ooh, Bad Dog. Honey Badger. Keen Lafford again giving it socks. The geek that bought it. He bit the dust. Airlock Dock is down. Renault is down. Andrew Hill is down. You said runway 21. I said a lot of things and then I got confused. Big Papa Polly's down. It's runway 03. God almighty, Big Papa Polly. He ended up in the bush. Abo 92 is down. It's organised chaos. It's grand, lads. Totally fine. Nothing to see here. There's flying more. Coco Flanell, what in the name of Deuce? What the? He's a bush pilot. Oh, I see what you did there. And the King is down. That's the weirdest thing ever. It's a chopper with a Finanza in it. Technical. What the? Here come the Thunderflies. Bobbing along, hopping along, having the crack. Muse fan is down. Here comes see you later. Kingpin Gaming in the giant massive thing. Dopovino. Beamy Noble Drew, there's Count Zepp, followed by Jack Soros. Sonny Wolf. Catbat 9 is here. There's Sabre. Wayland is inbound. Catbat is levitating. It's a skill he's acquired over a very long career. Sean Lego Man is down. The Real Fizzbin. Silver Sides and Fly Guy. There's Gist Nasty as well. There's Kingsman. Dougal McTavish in a TBM. Well, welcome on in. Druid Zeus. Franco for flying. There's Mahoney. Hazara, you take care of my dude. Robin says, this is amazing, Murph. Really thank you. Beautiful people. If anyone on Xbox who wants to contact gamertag is Smokin' Robane. Nice. Ali Katz. Here she comes in a C208. Fantastic landings. Some of them was carnage. Do you know what I mean? But I think in general, very nice. Very, very nice. This Piro. Well, it's okay. You know, he got down. It's grand. Aviator Geek. On the center line, dude. There's Airwolf in the chopper. Then he disappeared. Ooh, Black Eyes Gabe. Oh, no. Can we get some medics, please? It was going so well, Gabe, until it wasn't. Negative approach. Nicely done. That was a tricky wee approach, that. It was, wasn't it? Walk it off, Black Eyes. It's fine. Yep, I just hurt myself. It's grand. It's totally fine. Amount of people here, lads. This is great. So, whoever is gone into the village, we need to find where the bar is. Look at the amount of people here. So, where's the Gibbo? Wayland is away. You take care of my dude. There's Airwolf in the chopper. Get on the chopper. Now, what's going to be interesting here is our departure, because you'll see, friends, there are trees at the end of the runway. So we need to get airborne fairly quick. Now, it's a decent-sized runway, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Do you know what I mean? But we'll have to wait and see what happens. So, now, where's my mouse? Here it is. So I left you in this position. Yes. Right. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn off the name plate thingy, majiggies, right? Now, let's see. In there. That half. Apply and save. Go back. And resume. So park and brake comes off. Bit of oomph here, Murph. Yes, yes, yes. And we'll back taxi. There we go. Back taxi, and then we'll be blasting off out of here once again. Now, the next part of this flight is going to be interesting, because it's going to take us straight over to Machu Picchu. And it's not going to take an awful long time to get there. Oh, it does sound like a lawnmower, doesn't it? Or a hedge trimmers. I should just record this loop, you know, play it in the early mornings. So when Mr. Two-Tone wakes up, she'll say, ah, for he is out cutting the hedge. When I'm really I'm really going to go flying. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, all is well. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here. So exciting times. There's a couple of new aircraft getting very, very close to release. Most notably, we will have an F-14. We also have incoming a P-38. We also have the Twin Otter. All very, very, very close to release. We also have a Hawk. Ooh. And we also have the F-27, is it? The Fokker from Just Flight. That's coming along nicely. Matthias says, I think you're mowing the lawn while tax... Yes, that's what it is. Mowing the lawn. What's that sound? Oh, it's okay, Mr. Two-Tone. I'm just out cutting the grass. You know, and then she'll be like, oh, I nearly had an accident. Now, yes, everything here is fine. Nothing to see. There's a Thunderbus on the runway. Good luck getting that out. Who's in the Thunderbus? A DC-6. Where's my mouse, man? Here it is. Right, we're going to change the weather here a little bit, right? And we're just going to go to few clouds. Because we want to be able to see where we're going. So we're going to use one notch of flap on our departure here. Oh, we're all ready to go. Right. Ready. It's ready. Nice. Right, power coming in. Come on, Betsy. You can do it. We have nothing but faith. Airspeed live. There's 75. We're getting light. There's 80. There's 90. Oopsie daisy. There we go. Just about cleared the trees. Just about. Gear coming in. John Fjord says, I thought the celebratory pint of Guinness might result in me bumping into something. It's early days yet. Early days yet. So, nice departure here. Flaps coming in. We shall follow the river. Yes. Now we can follow the river here for a little bit because we want to be climbing now. Our climbing profile here has to be bananas, right? Because we're going up into the mountains. So we'll go to our autopilot and we'll say, look, stick us on heading mode and bring us up to an altitude of, let's say, 12,000 feet initially. So we'll put autopilot on, vertical speed, and climb. That's too high, Murph. We'll climb at around 1,000 feet per minute. Really, autopilot? Really? Put the nose down. Behave yourself, dude. I want 1,000 feet per minute, not 10,000 feet per minute. Really? It ain't liking the old vertical speed, is it? So I want 200 feet per minute, and yet it's going up to 1,000. What the deuce? Come on, Sim. What's going on? I wonder, is it the avionics? Heading mode, please. So we're on heading mode. Okay, it's trying to find it. It's trying to help. It's trying to do its thing. I follow rivers, yes. Alright, now it's doing its thing. Speed is good, so we can probably increase our rate of ascent. So now let's go for 1,000 feet per minute. And don't freak out, man. So we'll follow along the river. Speed is good-ish. It's not really going to like 1,000 feet per minute climb, but we're okay until we get up to probably 6,500. Nice. We have plenty of people following. So Machu Picchu. By the way, Mrs. Two-Tone spent almost 3 hours today doing the research at this place, which is phenomenal. So many, many thanks, Mrs. Two-Tone, for all the help and stuff that you do. So we're going to be sharing shortly 20 facts about Machu Picchu. And as I have a quick browse through my notes, there are words already I can't read. This should be fun. Llamas are not native to the area. There's a fact you didn't know. There's llamas up here. Wouldn't you love... Do you know what I mean? A pet llama. What's the difference between a llama and an alpaca? They're both mad-looking devils. Yes, it's all coming together here. We'll make a small adjustment. Turn heading 151 degrees. We're going to climb to 12,000. I suspect we need higher. Is she a paid employee yet? Yes, she is. Sort of. Totally fine. But yeah, holy, we've 74 likes. Go chat. 74, that's a lot of likes. It's a lot of likes. I've no beard, man. That's just awful and terrible. I'll have to draw one on. Maybe I can draw one on. Or if you're going to draw a beard. Yes, I can draw a beard. Machu Picchu does not host the Bledisloe Cup. Hey, Sticky Rice is here. Good to see you. Kevin Riley says, my flight plan didn't load, so I'm just going to watch. Ah, okay, dude. So we're going to go up over the clouds. Thanks, Kane. Oh, God. It's supposed to be a sip, not a gulp, Murph. Now, at this stage, lads, it's time to do one of these. As Larson202 rambles into the chat, good to see you, my dude. So, want to say hello and thank you to our flight crew. We have Anna Crusses, Andy Shaw, Austin Butenbach, Captain Gio, Sir Neil, Fly Darren, Ford Entertainment Group, Gareth Byrne, Goblin 2Biz. We got a Hal Jor, Larson202, right on time. We got Nathaniel Davin, Nick Stratford, Peter Fastbeat 84, Ricky Gallagher, Squawk Torque, Samson Video, and Tim Middleton. Thank you to the flight crew. Cheers, my guys. Next up, we have our co-pilots, and a big shout out to Brian Spain, Captain Sickbag, Dougal McTavish, Jarden 1 Abel, John Ambler, John Morris, Ludos Regan, Mark Dyson, Mr. Z123. We got a Noel K, Patrick Cullen, Tony Robinson. We got 6 Knots, Abo 92, Ace of Spades, Aikbar Lee. We have Edrella Dev, Airlock Doc, Airwolf, Alaska 559, Amika, Angry Aaron, Arctic Turn, Bozman, Biggles. We have Barranco SP, Belbro, Billouette, Blue Mana Battery, Bortcoat Bain, Brandon Lowe, Brown Doe, Bit Monster, Care 85, Captain Seppi, Capbat 9, Causeway 04, Celery Sticks, Jones 212, Citizen 6, Coolsax 98. We have a Country Flyer, Captain Takashi, Crompton 33, The Terminator. We have Davala, DC Viper, Draco Sensei, Dreadnought, Eamon 1973, Altar 8800. We have Espin 74, Phaser, Farinox. We have Fort Noob 15, Friend to All, Franco for Flying, Gary JF, Gordon 77, G-Funk 666, Gist Nasty, Glaswegian Aviator, GNLU, Goblin Zeus, Hans Gruber Jr., Hasco 1970, Hawk Driver 101, Here's Johnny, Hopping Orange, Hosey 89, Ibanez Axeman, Irlansky, Jamfjord, Jan Moorkamp, Jojo 1, Joey Bolo, Johnny Aardvark, Jamel Moo, Jay Winokur, Corel, The Mirch, Kirkness. We got a Kilo Zebra, Copper Pete, Kozaki Flyer, Lenning Way, Like to Program, Mad C 888, Matty Losa, Melker Burger, Miss Sonic Lake. We got a Mick Ham, Mike 71G, Mild Cat, MJ Daiso, Mr. Hoppy, Muse Fan, Naughty Gnome, Neon Jedi, Night Zep, Noel K, P. Anderson, Piat 691, Pyrotech, Purple Kona, Rad Pilot Randy, Red Dragon Comrie, Rep Hat 21, Reese Chandler, Rob MCR, Rogers RC 75. We got a Scorpio 49, CDL, Shoney Gaming, Shuffle Shoes, Sir Blackie a lot, Skydive Man, Speed Nut, Spitfire REF 100, Storm Talker, Swamp Dragon, Taffy. We got Tarbridge Knight, Test Pilot, The Dark Myth, The Flying Fabio. We got Triggs, Tritz, Two Cats, Waltons, Smokey Joe, K Branch, and we got a Sir Fuzz. Many thanks, my dudes. These are all just words cannot describe your generosity and kindness, and I sincerely mean that. Someday, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but if we kind of continue the trend of this kind of a direction, well, friends, that could open up the doors of more streams. Do you know what I mean? There could be more streams because, well, it's the game could change, you know? I would love to do this. Although, in fairness, wouldn't you get sick of me, though? I think you would. Be nice now, be honest now, but, like, there's only so much Murph you can actually take. Like, there's only so much Murph I can take before even I have to say, just be quiet, will you? Like, don't talk. Don't say anything. Do you know? Like, I've been watching other streamers and they play other games. I've been watching Jerdman a lot. I came across Jerdman as he was streaming Microsoft Flight Sim on the Xbox. He had early access to it. And I just came across the stream. I was like, hey, this guy's, you know, he's really cool. And he's been... Thanks, Mr. Two-Tone. He's been streaming Red Dead Redemption 2 over the last couple of days. And he's doing a big 24-hour charity stream this weekend. And I'm loving my time there. He's great fun. He's an interesting guy. And he puts on a great show. And, you know, he streams every single day. Now, I don't think I could stream every single day. Could, but, like, do you know what I mean? Mr. Two-Tone would be up in arms. But certainly a few more days. Do you know what I mean? But I'm intrigued by other games. Doesn't necessarily have to be flight sims. Yes, of course, I love me flight sim, don't get me wrong. But in the general scheme of things, well, there are other games that one could stream. They mightn't be great. I definitely won't be great at them. But you know what I mean? Two-Tone Murphy SML Hot Tub Special Series. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Oh, look at the scenery here, lads. This is going to get interesting pretty fast. But yeah, anyway, a huge thanks to all the support that we get here to the channel, because, as I said, anything I get from the channel, well, it goes back into the channel. I'm terribly lucky I have a full-time job, which most of the time I enjoy it all the time. But it can be challenging. And this I love. And, you know, you always kind of say to yourself, well, never kind of, you know, don't do your hobby. Sorry, don't work your hobby. Don't do a hobby. Don't work your hobby, because then it'll become work. But, no, to me, this is just great crack, isn't it? You have to laugh. I could probably do, like, you know, Murph learns how to fly. I could do, like, reading streams. Yeah, that'll be interesting. We should all do that. We're getting icing and everything. What's going on? Anyway, to the last bunch of people, we shall give a tip of our cap. We have our pilots in command, and a big shout out to Ailerons into Wind, Captain Rudiger, Dangerous Brian, Dazza T Arab, HCB Or 1100, Annalisa, Oz Flight Simmer, Kaharia, Kebmo 25, Kingsman 9965. We got a Mr. Chippy, Pilot Peely, Scotland Comet Project, Seamus McNeil, Soaring AJ, Tom LeCrab, Warhamster, Wayne Prefontaine, Ibuprofen 007, and Jefferson 2001. Thank you very much. And finally, our wing commanders, Alison Johnson, Andy Brown, Colonel Fork 85, Gibbo Ireland, Old Veteran 965, and PE1 PQ. Thank you all so very, very much indeed. I need to take evasive action, because there's a mountain we just won't dodge. Tune! All right. So, well, as always, many thanks for all the support. So Scott is asking, Murph, is your aircraft fitted with the mod fixes to make it fly better? Negative. This is stock. Now it is fitted with the new G1000, which isn't bad. Isn't bad at all. I'm off for the minute. We'll be back soon. Very good, Captain Spitfire. Sounds good. Look at the scenery here, guys. Isn't this just incredible stuff? Absolutely stunning stuff. Look at the state of it. So, Machu Picchu, right? Wait till you hear this. This place is nuts. Scholars believe that the Incas started constructing Machu Picchu around 1450 AD. That's right, you heard right. It's AD. It's like this, Europe at that time was having the crack. Constantinople was about to fall. There was all sorts of stuff going on. So in terms of how old this place is, it's not terribly old. Under construction in Pachacuti, Inca. So Pachacuti, he was the emperor. He ruled the shop from 1438 to 1471. This is a full millennium after the fall of the Roman Empire, and less than a century before the Spanish conquistadors arrived in Peru. A 2021 study led by Professor Berger used radiocarbon dating, specifically AMS, to reveal that Machu Picchu may have been occupied from around 1420 to 1530, which is interesting. The Incas were adept engineers. These lads were geniuses, right? These lads were absolute geniuses. They're able to build the entire citadel of Machu Picchu without using any mortar. It's all dry rock. It's all kind of, there's no mortar at all. And because, the land up here, as you could imagine, there's a lot of earthquakes and stuff that happen up here. So instead they used a special technique called ashlar, which involves cutting stones so precisely that they lay on top of one another without any space in between them. You wouldn't be able to slide a sheet of paper through the stones. Do you know what I mean? In general, Peru has high seismic activity, and Machu Picchu itself is located near two fault lines. Knowing this, the Incas used various techniques to mark their buildings, or to make their buildings resistant to earthquakes. These include the ashlar technique mentioned above, as well as the trapezoidal-shaped doors and windows, inward inclining walls, and bracing blocks. So, you talk about engineering kind of masterpieces. Considering how high up the road it is, and how remote it is, fascinating. Machu Picchu was never lost. The explorer Hiram Bingman III brought the ruins of Machu Picchu internationally recognition and titled his account of the exploration The Lost City of the Incas. However, the site was never truly lost. Many locals in the region knew it was there. In fact, a local innkeeper guided Bingham to the site. Moreover, where the local farmers were still using the site, cultivating the terraces, when Bingham showed up in 1911. Machu Picchu means Old Mountain. Although the conquistadors introduced the Spanish language in the 16th century, many Andean people in Peru still speak a local language called Quechua. Quechua is the source for many place names throughout the country. Machu is Quechua for old, or old person, and Picchu refers to a conical-shaped solid structure, and in this case, interpreted as mountain. This is nuts. This is fascinating. We'll stay going. Some believe that aliens built Machu Picchu.
Captain, incoming message.
There are some amateur scholars that believe aliens built Machu Picchu. For them, it seems inconceivable that a people without iron tools, draft animals, or even the wheel could have lugged such large stones up the mountainside and built such magnificent structures. However, archaeologists and scholars agree that the Incas, with their impressive engineering techniques and use of human labour, were more than capable of constructing the site without outside or otherworldly help. Now, in saying that, Ancient Aliens, I think it's a decent documentary on the Discovery Channel, and they talk about Machu Picchu. They talk about the pyramids. You can't say no. Do you know what I mean? You have to have an open mind to this kind of stuff. But it's interesting. it is interesting either way. Many travellers worry about the effects of altitude sickness when travelling to Machu Picchu, but the site is actually at lower altitude than Cuzco. Machu Picchu sits at 7,970 feet, while Cuzco is located at 11,200 feet. Because of its location on the edge of the Andes and of the Amazon rainforest, Machu Picchu has a very unique climate. In contrast to Cuzco's relatively dry and barefaced mountains, or dry weather and barefaced mountains, Machu Picchu, sound out Murph, is a lush and green area and is often encompassed by low-hanging clouds and mist. You can see a wide variety of subtropical species of brightly coloured birds and flowers. To put things into perspective, it rains 3 times more in Machu Picchu than it does in London and Chicago. So that'll tell you, 3 times. Llamas are not native to the area. Although the Incas brought llamas and alpacas with them up to Machu Picchu, and tourists today have fun taking selfies with the llamas, neither species is native to the region. Llamas and alpacas prefer altitudes of around 13,000 feet and above. The llamas you see at Machu Picchu today, and even the grass they eat, were brought in especially for tourism. Are we off course? Negative. Helicopters. Wait and hear this. Helicopters are not allowed at Machu Picchu. Here's a fact you may not have heard about Machu Picchu. For a short time in the 1990s, the Peruvian government allowed helicopter flyovers. However, they quickly banned such flyover tours because of the damage they did to the native flora and fauna. The entire area is now a no-fly zone. Now, don't worry lads, I rang the Peruvian government and I said, "Hello Peru, it's Murph. Yeah, I need to do that favour." And they were like, "Right Murph, no hassle, 1 day only," and that's why we're here. The Sun Gate used to be the main entrance to Machu Picchu. Nowadays, most tourists enter through turnstiles near the main terrace of the ruins. However, the Incas used the Inti Punku, or Sun Gate, as the main entrance. The gate had significant religious meaning since the sun passes directly through it every year on the summer solstice. That's fascinating. No wheels were used to build Machu Picchu. It is believed that hundreds of men pushed rocks up a steep mountain to build the wonder of the world. This feat is made even more impressive considering that some of the stones weighed more than 55,000 kilograms. What? Hey, Welco, good to see you. There remains much debate as to what Machu Picchu was used for by the Incas. Some believe it was an important religious site, whilst others think it was a prison or a sacred place where kings were crowned. However, most experts now believe it was a royal retreat, an escape for Inca emperors and nobles. In particular, Emperor Pachacuti, who ruled the Inca Empire from 1438 to 1471, and he is believed to have frequented the site. Ooh. Machu Picchu is bigger than you think. It is believed that up to 300 people lived there at any one time, and this number swelled up to more than 1,000 when the emperor was in town. Machu Picchu is made up of more than 150 buildings, including temples, bathhouses, and sleeping quarters. The Temple of the Sun is one of the most prominent buildings, and visitors can still see the ancient sundial. The Inca Empire was one of the largest in pre-Columbian America, covering Argentina, Bolivia, Chile, and Ecuador. Inca means king or emperor, and the word carried weight throughout modern-day South America. At the height of the empire, the Incas were the backbone of the Andes, ruling more than 20 million people between the 1400s and 1500s. And when it all came to an end, when the emperor Atahualpa was killed by the Spanish conquistadors in 1533. Mrs. Jojo 1, you take care. Jojo 1, you take care. All the best. Where are we at now? We're getting close. We're getting very close. Incredibly, the Incas had plenty of knowledge about the position of the sun, the moon, and the stars. We can see evidence of that at Machu Picchu, where constructions align exactly to the positions at important times of the year. Twice a year, at the equinoxes, the sun sits directly above the sacred Intihuatana stone at Machu Picchu, so there is no shadow. This is also the stone that was used by the Incas as an astronomical clock and calendar. At dawn on the 21st of June, when the first sunlight rises above the mountains, the light shines perfectly through one of the windows in the Temple of the Sun, illuminating the ceremonial stone inside. The Inca considered the sun to be their father and the moon their mother. Ooh. Nearly there, lads. There was a 100-year-long dispute between Peru and Yale over artifacts collected from Machu Picchu. Hiram Bingham's team collected thousands of artifacts from the ruins and sent them to Yale University during the scientific excavation of the site from 1912 to 1915. These artifacts included ceramics, jewellery, silver pieces, and human bones. The Peruvian government contested that the artifacts should be returned for years until Yale finally sent them back in 2012, lads. 2012! Now, the site is roughly divided into an urban sector, an agricultural sector, and then into the upper and lower town. The temples are in the upper town, the warehouses in the lower. The architecture is adapted to the mountains. Approximately 200 buildings are arranged on wide parallel terraces around an east-west central square. The various compounds, called canchas, are long and narrow in order to exploit the terrain. Sophisticated channeling systems provided irrigation for the fields. Stone stairways set in walls allowed access to different levels across the site, and the eastern section of the city was most probably residential. The western, separated by the square, was for religious and ceremonial purposes. This section contains the Torreon, the massive tower which may have been used as an observatory. Ooh. Finally, located in the first zone are the primary archaeological treasures, the Intihuatana, basically the Temple of the Sun, and the Room of the Tree Windows. These are dedicated to Inti, their sun god and greatest deity. The popular district, or residential district, is a place where the lower class people lived. It includes storage buildings and simple houses. The royalty area of the sector for the nobility is a group of houses located in rows over the slope. The residents of the Amatas, or wise people, were characterised by its reddish walls, and the zone of the princesses were trapezoid-shaped rooms. The monumental mausoleum is a carved statue with vaulted interior and carved drawings, and it was used for rites or sacrifices. The guardhouse is a three-sided building with one of its long sides opening onto the terrace of the ceremonial rock. The three-sided style of the Inca architecture is known as the Huayrona style. Ooh. Now, consider you educated and, up to date in the way of Machu Picchu. It's fascinating. My own understanding of the place was, yes, it was used for some sort of kind of, celestial navigation, I suppose. It had some sort of a religious background. But what's fascinating about the Incas, and they've only really uncovered this in the last kind of 20, 30 years, was the network of roads that these lads were able to put together. In modern terms, they built a road network that now connects 5 different countries. Bolivia and Peru and all these sort of places. Absolutely nuts. Squawk says, I imagine VATSIM might also enforce the no-fly zone. If there's a TFR up here, yeah. Adam Quinn is here. I'm on X-Plane, can't connect. Can I? If you're on X-Plane, dude, fly whatever, yeah, 100%. So we're getting close, lads. Mr. Two-Tone, many thanks for all the notes. So I don't know, has anyone visited here in real life? I think the Flying Fabio said he was up here before. I could be wrong. I'm almost certain he said he was here. Trits forward, that's okay. We'll see you soon, my dude. We're very close, lads. And again, the scenery that we're going to see is freeware. It's available over on flightsim.to. So if you do an exclamation point scenery, you'll see where the link is and you can grab it from there. We're very close. Very, very close. Isn't it just an amazing, beautiful area? Do you know what I mean? Look, what were they thinking? Let's go up into the mountains and build a city. Huh? Now, thanks, Mr. Two-Tone. You had more info, really? Now, as I said, there is a bit of a runway thingy-majiggy here, right? And if you want to, if you know, with the free custom scenery, if you want to give it a shot, by all means, give it a shot. But what I'm going to do, because you know what I mean, this happened before. Well, I need to do a thing. Give us like, Murph, what's tonight's rant about? What could we rant about tonight, lads? That's terrible, isn't it? Murphy's rants. I don't rant. Murphy never rants. Can we rename this to the Aviation History Channel? Thanks to Mrs. Two-Tone. She's a genius. I just say she, you know what I mean? She makes up all this stuff, or she researches it. She doesn't. She just, it's there. It's implanted into her brain. Adam Quinn says, do you ever fly IFR or IFR? Yes, I do from time to time, my dude. I absolutely do. I absolutely do. Right, sports fans, we're going to do a thing now. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the views of this amazing, amazing place. So, yeah, there's going to be some limitations as to what kind of, external photogrammetry you can do. There are some custom-made models here, but I think just to get an idea of the scale of the place, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just absolutely incredible. Change the time here a bit just to kind of, there you go. What I mean? Hang on. There you go. Just to put a bit of oomph into the situation. But it's stunning, this place. Hey, Hammy's here. Good to see you, my dude. 8,000 feet up. And there we have it. Wasn't that something? So, Machu Picchu. One of the 7 wonders of the world. Amazing, amazing stuff. So, we need to do one of these. And one of them. And we're laughing again. So we must turn back on people. Now, let's see. Yes. Now, we're laughing. Wombat visited here in 1970... What was it? 73 Wombat, was it? That's amazing, dude. Like... This 7 Wonders of the World series is just like, oh man, like there's now so many more places I need to see. Do you know what I mean? And again, you know, this is freeware scenery just to add to the sim. I'm sure, you know, there'll be other bits and bobs put into it. It's fantastic to think that you can make this level of scenery with like photogrammetry. And a smidgen of, you know, kind of custom models and stuff. So it is very beautiful indeed. There's that runway thingy I was telling you about. That comes with the scenery. Kind of interesting. Right. We shall ramble on our way. And we need to climb here because the airport elevation of the next place we're going to, lads, it's bananas. The airport elevation of the next place is 12,795 feet. We'll have to get another job just to do all the travelling. I know, right? Up into the snow-capped mountain regions we go. So, are we enjoying this series so far, the 7 Wonders of the World? Are you having fun? Captain Takashi says, yep, I'm loving it. Jefferson says, it's a blast. It kept me busy. I can imagine. Keen Effort says, are the pyramids in Giza a wonder? No. Would you believe it? No. They do get a notable mention, but they're not considered one of the modern wonders of the world. They are an ancient wonder of the world. Ryan Waters in the house. What up, my dude? Wombat says, you just took me back a few years, mate. Not at all, my friend. It's amazing when we find people in our community that's actually been to these places. Airlock says, already landed, off to bed. Good night, everyone. Oh, and be careful. There are transport trucks blasting up and down the taxiways. Oh, nice. The pyramids of Giza are the only surviving ancient wonders. Ooh. Derek says, the add-on in the link isn't the same. What gives? It isn't the same? Are you sure? It should be to flightsim.to. Sydney O says, I do encourage you to watch the YouTube video titled Machu Picchu, Peru in 4K Ultra. Oh, nice, dude. Ryan says, wait, this isn't Twitch? No. No, this is YouTube. Welcome. Yeah, there could be an owl. Yeah. If you're on Twitch and you're saying, what the deuce? That's probably from last Saturday or Friday. Captain Takashi, I was thinking that, but it's like something like 9,000 miles, man. It's like a 34-hour flight. So there are a few ideas in the pipeline of some of the potential adventures we're going to be doing. But we'll wait, because next week is the grand finale of the 7 Wonders of the World, and we're going to be using exclusive scenery developed by the wonderful Jeppesen 2001, and we're going to visit the Great Wall of China. And then after that, I foresee a little break, and then we'll get cracking on some more ideas of different Monday night flights. Our Monday night adventures. In 6 days, right? In 6 days, we're at this 1 year in Microsoft Flight Simulator doing all these streams. On the 15th? Yeah, on the 15th. We're a year into it. When I started, I had no facial hair at all. Now look at me, I nearly have none again. And I even recovered... Pause for a dramatic effect. I even recovered... these fellas. And all I need to do now is turn off all the lights, have nothing there behind me, and it'd be like back in the good old days where I spoke like this. Hey guys, welcome to another Flight Sim video. Tonight we're gonna go flying around places. Hope you're all keeping well. It's a great looking sim. It's amazing. It's just great, and I spend a lot of time preparing myself for streaming and what to say and how I say it, and don't worry of how many times I say the word EH. I say it quite a lot, and yeah, I you know, it's great to have everyone here, and if you like this sort of content, just be sure to hit the blue thumbs up button, and maybe subscribe, you know, to the channel. What happened to him? He's been replaced by this guy, you know. No rose or orange coloured glasses for that matter. Do you know what I mean? Like, what happened? He was on a course to greatness. He was on a path to somewhere, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, something dreadful happened. It's like, do you know what I mean? It's like he just kind of figured out how, like, a manual gearbox worked. Do you know what I mean? Every other day, he'd, like, drive it a couple of feet, it would stall, and then one day, and everything worked. It just worked. And he found his mojo, baby, and everything kind of started to work together. Things got completely out of control. He started dressing up, costumes and everything. It made no sense. It shocked a lot of people. Hang on. Murphy, reminiscing in the glasses. Take one. Right? It turned into this fella. All of a sudden, we went from like, I don't know, 800 subs to like 5,500. What? Then he got really kind of, you know, Really kind of confident. Everything started happening, man. We got some regular people. You know, the regulars. They all kind of ramble into the bar. Same again. And me being the metaphorical barman, welcome on in. Then you got dangerous. Yes, yes. Whatever that he saw, whatever crossed his mind, it became very different. In a good way. But alas, we will never forget where we came from in flight sim. Hang on! Don't! Oh, I'm about to run over something. Yes. Hang on. Yes. I think I used to sit down. Oh, I am down. I didn't have all the lights. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't sound kind of like this. I kind of sounded like that. No, I didn't sound like that either. I don't know what I sounded like. These are easier on my eyes looking at things, and the lights aren't as blinding. But I look like a total doofus. I'll wear these ones instead. These aren't like, there's no focus lens. These are like anti-glare. I'm told I look strange without my glasses on and my headphones. Microsoft Flight Sim broken in an update. That explains a lot. I see Warhamster with a sentence. He says, and I quote, "Hey Murph and Fireflies, Hammy will be at the Red Arrows display in Falmouth, in Cornwall, at 18:15 hours on the 11th of August. That's 2 days away." Hammy, you need to steal one of them, not the planes. Bring the pilot. Joe, tell him we need to have a chat with him on the Murph line. You know what I mean? You've access to things like this. The globe in the background is missing. It's not missing. It's broken. Oh, that's really heavy. It lived over there somewhere. What if it did? Yeah. Oh, that's proper broken. Put it away before it breaks again. Janie. They put up a picture of what I looked like back then. He was so innocent. He was so innocent. So naive. So naive, yeah. You could literally have said anything to that person back then, and he would have believed it. Not now, though. No, we're street smarts now, gang. Ah, me back. Ah, me toe. How many injuries have I have had? Have I have had? Yeah. How many injuries have I have had since starting 12 months ago? Me toes, me knee, me hands, me fingers, me arm, me shoulder, me eyelash, me neck. Yes, but you can make him read out everything you put in front of him. Says there won't be landing, Murph. I'll have to get a home address for one. Ah, handy. I have a contact who's a former Red Arrows pilot. Now I just read everything put in chat, or my name isn't Two-Tone Murphy. I still do it. Then get him to Holyhead on the ferry. Deliver him to Tipperary. Yes. Murph, 1 year on, one word, kitchen. Uh-oh. Your beard, your hair. Uh-oh. Your beard, your hair. What's wrong with me beard and hair? Come on, Karen. Streamlabs deleted that. Ah, the bot. Don't mind him, Karen. My eye. Remember you accidentally stuck your glasses into your eyeball. Do you remember that? I poked myself in my own eyeball. That's how much devoted I was. That's how much I was devoted. That made... right, 1 year on and I'm still waiting. Shh, don't mention the kitchen. Warm up the hot tub, Murph. Oh, yes, yes. I had this ad on, but yeah, it looks way cooler. Ooh. Murph, you believe anything we tell you because you read everything put in front of you. Do you know what I mean? I didn't say, do you know what I mean, a lot. I did. It's one of these things that just... Do you know what I mean? It's just, do you know what I mean? But yes. What a wild ride, man. Do you remember when you made a mess of cutting your hair? Oh wait, that's most weeks. Look! Look at the state of it! That's my head! Don't look at my head, but like, look! Jeez, we're getting kind of thin back there, Murph. But look there, look! Very sad. Very, very sad. What runway are we going for? I couldn't tell you. I better tell you. It's my... Oh yeah, I need to tell you. Hang on. Flight plan. 18. Runway 18 for the win. It's kind of getting thin. This add-on trolling is definitely a thumbs down. What's wrong with you, nice to take you? What's happening? Not much longer, and we can go for the true monk look. I'll have to get you a brown robe. That's awful. God almighty, that's terrible. Have I something to combat? I do. Don't look at me head. Hang on. Surely we have something in here that will fix that. Wait now. What the hell is that? ASMR time, you ready? Hang on now. Oh, that's the... Oh, no, that's the old one. Hang on a sec. Hang on a sec. What add-on were you talking about, by the way? It's broken. What's it? Where did I... Jeez, there's stuff in here, lads, huh? There's stuff now, lads, coming to... What the... Ah, me toe! What's all this stuff now? Hang on. Here's a stream called Murph's Back of the Head. Hang on, there's good reason what I'm doing, I think. There's so much strange and weird things in this drawer. I'm back to you. This one doesn't really work at all. I mean, it used to. But now I've found out that I can explain everything. I was trying on old clothes. Everything's fine. Everything's absolutely fine. Don't rip off my face! On my face! On my face! First boys. I was getting great mileage out of that. Just look at the head in it. Now, that's not important. It's not Christmas time. We're not allowed to wear Grinchy stuff. Now, what's going on? That's what's going on. He's going to regret putting that thing on. Who are you telling? You dropped 40 viewers the last 10 minutes. Who doesn't like a good rummage, right? Now, let's see. No, it's definitely not graphics settings. We're all looking at the back of your head. Let's see. I like the sounds. It sounds like two hamsters fighting in straw. At me. Now, what's going on? What's the giving out about the scenery? Where's the collateral damage? What's happening? Roddy Piper wearing a Frankenstein mask on Primetime Wrestling 1989 was quite funny. Absolutely. Ravi Kumar, good to see you. Welcome on in, my dude. Part of that stupid thing. This is a newer one, right? And I thought it was better, but it's not. I can literally see nothing. And if you look at his face, right? It's completely pancaked. I need to do something. That thing, like, it needs to be aired out or something. You know what I mean? That's what it all started, by the way. Oh, we're gone off course. That's what it all started. With the Grinch. Someone said Murph in a Santa costume, and I was like, not gonna happen. Looks like an updated version. I'm just wondering when they release it. One Dimension Grinchy. Yeah, 100%. Murph, are you using the same scenery available through the link? Yes. 100%. Does mine look worse or better than what you guys have? That is the question. Which direction? Murph goes left, others right. Our heading is now 172 degrees. 172 degrees. Oh, do you remember Loggy? Oh wait, he was the first one. Where is that? That could be in the attic. Nice to take you. Screenshot uploading soon. Yeah, lads, what's the issue though? Tell us what's going on. I missed a whole load of the chat. Are there issues? Are there technical things being technical? The bot is at it again. Ooh. He says you have a different Machu Picchu than we have, way more detailed. The one that I have is more detailed. Well, it depends what settings you're using. Not as good as what you had on stream, supposedly. Come to Bill says there's a Machu Picchu given with the scenery of Italy, I remember. I don't know if it's the same as the free one. No, there's a Machu Picchu given with the coastline, Project Coastline, right? That's a different kettle of fish. That's a payware add-on, yeah? Murph out of context gold. These are one of these moments where Murph is just like, shh, shh, quiet Murph. You know, stop talking. Things are going to be fine if you just let, you know, things will sort themselves out. Mine doesn't have a landing strip and way more Rocky Mountain details. Interesting. And please now say me it's the same scenery. Mine doesn't have the landing strip and has way more Rocky Mountain details. And no buildings. As in the freeware one doesn't have. Bear with me. Let us check, my dudes. Let us check. Scenery. Over here. Well, over here we see what's happening. Now, let's see. Now. So we have MSFSItalia Machu Picchu. Scenery, yes. Content info. I have them. Nice to take it, says Murph. I put a picture. Grand. Where'd you put it, dude? I take it in photo video. Murph scenery versus left side Murph scenery, right side your scenery. Werewolf. Okay. Larry Brooks says, I just heard from another YouTube video that purported to have found a bug that you need to switch Ultra off and on again. Yeah, I'd like to program put one in. Just a thought, but you need to restart Microsoft Flight Sim after you download the scenery. Yes, usually. So there's my scenery, then I can see your scenery. They look the same. Have aliens done something with... They probably did, Goblin. They probably did. Hey, Steve A is here. Good to see you, dude. So what don't you have on your scenery? Nice to take you. What do you miss? Oh, there's terrain here. What are you missing? You don't have that airstrip. I wonder... Hey, Mr. Chippy's here. I've lost my mouse. Come here, mouse. There we go. Yeah, we came close, didn't we? On your side are houses and around Dome, one of the houses. Ah. I wonder what it is then. Like, I'm going through me... Because I had Project Coastlines installed, but they're removed, like, they're not there. So I wonder, is there something else causing it? I'll need to check. I'll check when we're finished, right? Terrain Murph. We're grand! Loads of room! You don't have the sharp textured houses. Ooh. Derek says, it looks like it's more handmade scenery in your version. That's weird. Do these click out? Oh, they do. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'll have to check it out. Maybe it's part of the Project Coast. It shouldn't be, though, because, like, that should be just, like, folder in, folder out. Another quote for the out-of-context video. Uh-oh. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you add in custom scenery, usually you just drop it into your community folder, yeah? And, you know, if you're finished with it, we just drag it back out of there again. As in, cut it. You don't, like, just drag it out. You do a cut and paste. So I wonder... The only thing that it could be... Well, it's not the only thing that it could be. It could be on the... It could be files that were from the Project Coastline. Maybe. I will have to check out, guys. I will have to check it. Could be grand, though. Fill your computer case full of bees and restart it. It works every time. Absolutely. It's grand. Murph, are we going to do another poll to let the community decide on next Monday's series, or have we one in mind? Ooh, Gibbo, good question. So there are a couple, right? Moving swiftly on. There are a couple. I'm so slow at, like... You wouldn't want to, like, you would not want to have me in a hurry. Do you know what I mean? Murph, you need to do something now. Huh? No, as in, huh? God almighty, isn't it terrible? Mr. Chippy's hard drive is covered in honey. Uh-oh. Swiftly, yes. That's okay, Derek. No worries, guys. And like, anyone in the chat, by the way, if you see something that doesn't make sense, be it a scenery file or an aircraft or just something doesn't look right, like, put up the hand. Like, it's I'm not infallible. Just, like, look at the state of me. Do you know what I mean? I break things all the time. So if there is a case that I'm trying to say, hey, look what you can get, and it turns out it's not actually that, just tell me. Do you know? Anyway, moving on. Places in which we're thinking of going next, right? Wait till you hear some of these. Now, as I said, next Monday is going to be we're going to China. China. And after the Great Wall, I have a couple of ideas that we'll probably do a vote on. All right? Now, to give you some idea, don't worry, we'll do these in detail soon, so don't worry about them now. This is just information. So, the King's Highway in the USA. You might say, the what? The King's Highway was King Charles II for the American colonies that started off in Charlestown and it went all the way up to Boston. Which could be interesting. Then we also have a race to the north. So the race to the north was it was a thing from London to Edinburgh. And it's pretty much, it was done by trains, yeah? So you had one that went up the East Coast main line and one that went up the West Coast main line. And I suppose it would depend that, you know, it depends on the aircraft that you'd use. You'd probably use something like a microlight or an ultralight or something like that for them. What degrees I just took off from SPIY? So you need to do a back course, so your heading should be 3... what are we talking? 180. 330, give or take. What else? The Flying Scotsman. Again, that's London to Edinburgh. Where was the other one I was looking at? The I-90 coast to coast. That goes from Boston all the way over to Seattle. Ooh. The Silk Road. I know CD did the Silk Road. That could be interesting. The Roman Empire, which would be a flight from starting off in the UK all the way down to Syria and a couple of places in between. There is a pole to pole or equator flight. That could be bananas. Ice pilots from the Canadian Northwest Territories to Turkey. But I don't think we have the aircraft yet for that. Maybe the DC-6, but basically there was an episode on ice pilots years ago where they flew one of the Canada Air water bombers from, I think it was Yellowknife, all the way over to somewhere in Turkey. That was cool. They flew across the Atlantic. They went up Iceland they went down by the Azores. Another one then is buying a Beechcraft from the Beechcraft factory in Wichita in the United States, Kansas, I think, and flying it back to Ireland. Again, that's kind of similar to Fabio's kind of ferry flight, so I'd give it a bit of time before we kind of jump on that. What was the other one? The Nile is there, yes. The River Nile, start to finish. There was another one I was thinking, but I might wait a while because I know Mechanical was making scenery. And I need to figure out exactly how we're going to do it, but it's the Formula 1 World Tour. Formula 1. Whereby... Yeah, Fabio got sorted today. He was airborne. A lap of Europe, yeah. Like, there's different ideas, and be sure to throw them into the ideas. George Lynch, I love F1. Yeah, it's good crack. Now, I was trying to think, right, if it was going to be F1, I was thinking, right, here's one that we can do. we could set ourselves up as a team and vote wherever the team is based. If it's Ferrari, you know, you're in Italy. If it's going to be any of the British ones, well, they're all pretty much in England now. But say, for example, you're in England. Well, then you would use that as your base of operations. Your local airport will then fly you by Gicna to the country, and then you will fly smaller aircraft to the race venue. It's an idea. I haven't fully figured it out yet. The River Rin from Rotterdam. Oh, nice. Oh, the Volga. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm doing a thing at the moment that you might like regarding F1. Oh, Jefferson. The Lewis and Clark Trail. That is definitely something. Like, we've flown parts of that already, Scott. Only very small parts of it. So that's very, very interesting. There's loads of different ideas. And, it depends a lot on the aircraft. And, like, when we do these series, we have great freedom. So far, we've had great freedom because each and every week, it's a different aircraft. It's a different GA airplane. And that's great because you're not stuck to the one aircraft. You know what I mean? What about Newgrange, Stonehenge, on the most similar one in France than Spain or something? Yeah, 100%. 100%. The first airmail route from East Coast to West Coast in a Stearman. Yeah, so Eric Flight did that in one sitting. The Mad Devil. It took him like 27 hours. But yeah, these are all ideas. Absolutely. Plus you have some of the older flights. Like, I mean, pilots are working on the Boeing Clipper for Microsoft Flight Sim. It's not here yet, but they're working on it. And for sure when that thing comes out, well, you see, most of that is over the sea. Not necessarily. If you're going down kind of, the south. But if you're cutting across the Atlantic. The Lewis Green Line. Yes. Yes, Waltons. Air Tour of Leitrim. The search for cryptids, Murph, like Loch Ness, Mothman, etc. Yeah, I could do that. That's a good idea, actually, yeah. The possibilities are endless. And I know, like, there's some... I think Kendra months ago suggested following Canadian rail lines. Some of them are amazing. Do you know? Like, we've just finished up in the US. Now we've done kind of a bit of everywhere. It's nice sticking to one country, but it's also really nice getting to jump around and do different ones, you know? The Dalton Highway in Alaska. Ooh. Now that could be nice. Thailand from the south to the north. Temple City's jungle. Yeah, 100%. Murph could dress up as Mothman. Well, it's gas, right? We've done very little, I think, in kind of... Well, we've done very little in China, obviously. But we haven't done much down the neck of the woods of, say, Singapore. And then you've South Africa as well. You know? Canadian rail lines are cool. Yeah, they will be cool. And, like, there's a lot of Australia as well to see. You know? You could do, like, a Perth to Sydney. Tokyo to Paris in honour of the 2020 Olympic Games. Oh, that could be interesting. We could be down a safari in Africa. Yeah. Alexander the Great's route. Thinking of that, Scott, I was looking up at that. The empire was absolutely massive. Tonga and Samoa. Trinidad. Yes. Me tree for the Andean rail lines. Yeah, we'll look into it. We have done very little Eastern Canada. I would agree. See you later. Yes, we've done a ton in the West. I like British Columbia. Yeah, do it in a biplane. How about a pole to pole? Yeah, I was thinking of a pole to pole. So if you're going to do a pole to pole, you could fly... Well, you have so many options. There are so many options. The Himalayas. Yes. Murph of the Antarctic. See, there's not great stuff down there, though. But, like, you know, there's one or two very good locations down that neck of the woods, but they're not ready yet, do you know? World War II battlefields, says Eamon. Again, you would have to heavily rely on custom-made content. Like, Normandy doesn't exist in the sim yet. What? Do you know what I mean? None of the sites in Normandy, which is very, very strange. Again, it's coming as an add-on, but it's, you know, more about that when they release it. Have you used drone camera to go into space yet? Yes. Option 3, straight line through the middle. Viper says, how about a World War II North African campaign from Egypt to Morocco? Yeah, it'd be interesting. Big Sur in California. Oh, yeah. North Korea, says Gregor. There's so many different ideas. Plus, you know, it's... soon I'm going to be doing another marathon stream. 15 hours and 50 minutes is the record so far. 15 hours and 50 minutes has been the longest stream I've done. I only did that, what, last week or 2 weeks ago? That was fun. But there's loads of different things we can be doing. There's like, not to be that guy, but like, the sky is the limit. As I said, Murphy's pullout near Ketchikan looked so plain in Microsoft Flight Sim. Flight Sim 9, the scenery was incredible. I was sad Murphy's pullout near Ketchikan. It depends, like there's some scenery, or there are some areas that have kind of basic mesh and basic satellite imagery. Give it time. A Murphathon. Australasia. Yeah. Yeah, like, we haven't gone anywhere near Pakistan. We haven't gone anywhere we haven't gone anywhere over that neck of the woods. South of the Caucasus, we haven't gone over that neck of the woods yet. Like Afghanistan all the way up there. A little bit controversial. But you know what I mean. The world is huge. Absolutely. The west coast of the States. You can even start up in Canada at the log place, then south towards Mexico, flying around Mount Hood. Yeah, 100%. So like, we've gone kind of coast to coast with the Starlight Express, but it would be nice kind of cutting in a little bit. Down by kind of, you know, Spokane neck of the woods, heading down there. Kate Naffer says, Baldonnel to Shannon. Oh, we've done that. It all depends on scenery, yeah. When the twilight arrives and satellite imagery is better for the Maldives, imagine the beauty. Well, I have a couple of things, right? I have, is it Jersey? I think I have the island of Jersey. Was it Jersey from I&I? Or Alderney, one of them. And I also have the Seychelles scenery. I'd be happy to show them off on the stream soon. El Camino. Oh, yeah. The west coast of the US gets all the attention. It kind of does, though, doesn't it? It's nice, it's beautiful, but like, you know, for the edge of South Africa to the tip of North Africa, yes, think of that. Someone put Mordor up in Microsoft. Did they? Mordor. That's brilliant. There's a runway over there. Now, you might say, Murph, it's absolutely, you know, 1,000 miles long. It's very, very long, but for good reason. Because the elevation here is so high. Do you know what I mean? Now, what runway did we say we were going for? Who can remember what runway? We're going to go for... It's the wrong page, Murph. You blithering idiot. We've 1-8 or 3-6. So we'll go for 3-6. The Spanish Costas. Ooh. That could be nice. All volcanoes. Yeah. So we're very close. But there's also, like, you know, there's also a ton of other events that I haven't listed off there that I'm working on. Just to kind of research them to see, can they work or will they work, you know? I want Microsoft Flight Sim on Mars. Ooh. Muse fan is saying runway 18. Okay, we'll go for 18, so. The Black Slee, yeah. Captain Seppi did the, he was doing celestial navigation the other day. That was awesome. That was flying by the stars to navigate. And it worked. That's just, you know what I mean? That's fantastic. There are tons of ideas, guys, and don't worry. Like, as I said, like, we're only a year into this. We haven't scratched the surface. Like, we've had so many different specials and stuff, but like, there is so much more to see in this sim. Like, it's staggering the detail that's into it. Squawk Talk says, Alexander the Great, that could take in Afghanistan, Pakistan, as well as Greece, Turkey, and Iran. Yes, 100% it could. I don't mind which. You said 18 earlier. I probably just keep changing my mind. But go with runway 18. It sounds better. It sounds like it's going to do something. Do you know what I mean? This is a nice neck of the woods. They have a stadium and everything up here. So many people flying. Yes. There's the stadium. Or something that looks like a stadium. A night flight into the Northern Lights. They're not ready yet, Coco. They don't work yet. Soon, but they're not there. Total eclipses are very hard to get. Only partial in Microsoft Flight Sim. We can look at them. You got to kind of tweak with the exposure settings in the sim to really kind of make them out. Uh-oh. Sydney, something about Winelands. It looked great, but then the stupid bot lost the will to live because, you know, it's a stupid bot. Try it again, Sydney, without the caps. I saw the word wine in it. Straight away, I approve. So, gear down. Face cam on for the dramatic effect. So, runway 18 for the win. Which is just there. So, here we go. 90 knots approach. Don't sink it, Murph. This is going to be a trickier landing than you think because the elevation is so high, your aircraft will not respond the way you want it to. So, it's going to be hard to get a very soft landing here. Just saying. And like that's why the runway is the length it is. It's nuts. You see, the Great Wall of China isn't there yet, Alan. And like Jepson is doing incredible work to get some of it there. Alright, Murph. Easy does it now. Hey, there's a Spitfire. Nice. Or is it a P-40? Easy does it. Oh, there's someone in a lot of trouble. P-40 do not like flying at this altitude. What's to be expected? Yeah, 100%. That is, like, the altitude right here, like, you're just under 13,000 feet. It's nuts. Right, we'll scoot off the runway. There are some epic mountains in Afghanistan. There really is. And, like, okay, Afghanistan is famous for all the wrong reasons over the last, 50 years. Go back further. Go way, way back further. There's some fascinating place. A Winelands tour of the Western Cape. Now, that sounds like a plan. There's loads of different ideas we can do, guys. Do you know what I mean? And like Monday nights are, well, I mean, that's what we do our kind of adventure things on. Any other night, like Wednesday, we have the Murph flying. Friday, we have bush flights, which could also include these ideas. Do you know what I mean? Now, with people coming in, we need to do stuff. So we need to do one of them with one of these and one of them. Whack-a-mole's there. Jay Winniker's there. See you later's in. I eat flies. Welcome aboard. Echo Charlie. Fly and more. There's Eamon. There's Squawk Torque. Followed by Psy 120. A little bit rough, but it's okay. Keen Lefford made it down. Nicely done, Keen. Live wine tasting with Murph and the Fireflies. And the Thunderflies, Hammy. Quasi Archers down. General Lunatic Cap at 9. Renai. There's Curious Bee. There's Gist Nasty. Kingpin. Here comes Gibbo Ireland, Druid Zeus and Soaring AJ. Captain Takashi is there as well. All the fancy landings. There's Colonel Fork. And the Baron Man. Nice. There's Michelle, Jardvark, Jamford, Cupcake, Dougal McTavish, Bad Dog. It's all happening now, lads. Big Papa Polly. Gibbo's in a green livery. That looks nice. There's Sean Legoman, Franco for flying. There's Gordon77. Nicely done, my dude. Sonny Wolf. In a TBM. Ooh. It's a bouncer. It's a bouncer. And he's okay. Kangaroo petrol. Look at the amount of people here. There's tons of people. So, my friends, another stream. It was strange. There's Musefan. It was fun. And, well, amazing scenery, amazing place, amazing wonder. Absolutely fascinating. My thanks to Mrs. Two-Tone for the information. To everyone here in the chat. Many thanks for all the thumbs up, all the subscribes and follows and stuff. To our Fireflies and our Thunderflies. I thank you all so very much indeed. To our team of community managers and moderators, thank you all. So, there's Icarus. And he's down. We will be back on Wednesday. And we'll have someone on the Murph line. Ooh. I'm going to keep it a secret. Say nothing to no one about anything. Yes, that's what's going to happen. So until then, thank you all so very, very much indeed for all your help and support. We'll see you on Wednesday over on Twitch at 1900 Zulu time. Until then, my friends, look after yourselves, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for watching. It was great. And yous are very good. And I'll see you on the next flight. Take care. Right, good luck, good night, goodbye.